We are back. We are back. We are back. Another week of the No Name Sports Show. Yo, dang, I need to shave. Give me a little haircut, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. You know the vibes. Man, oh man, do we have a good one tonight for you all. Got my dog Cardio Cous will be in the building with me tonight. Shout out AD, man. AD was gonna come on tonight, but you know, things happened. He had to catch some work. So yeah, man, my dog Cardio Cous will be in the building with me tonight. It's gonna be dope. He was our first guest ever. I'm so happy, so glad he agreed to come back on. You know, I love my dog for sure, for sure. He's really, really dope. So yeah, man. We're gonna kick it off like this. First and foremost, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you for even hitting that video and coming in and watching this sports show. I really, really appreciate you. I cannot stress that enough. Um, let me see. Let me see. All right, so that's cool. Let's try to promote the stream, get some people in here. Yeah, again, Titans talk, man. We got a little bit of talk about the Titans. My boys, they're doing some moves. I hope they're doing some moves at least. With DeAndre Hopkins, we're going to talk about that. Hopefully, we can get him in. Kevin Byard, he talked to media for the first time since returning to the team for mini camp or mandatory mini camp. He did miss OTAs, which was not mandatory, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that as well. So yeah, thank y'all for being here for real. Where's the am I in the right place? Yeah, okay. I was making sure my stream was in No Name Sports Show podcast right now in the green room. Come check out the podcast show. Yeah, man. We're gonna have a good time tonight. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I love talking sports. I love talking sports. And then again, Cardio Cous is such a dope guy. Um, you definitely should tap in with him. I'm gonna go back and forth with our stream manager here, and I'm gonna go back and forth and see, just chatting. If we go into sports, like how do we get people in here, man? Because man, oh man, oh man. For sure, for sure. We in here though. We are in here. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some Titans. Let me promote the stream. Let's get it going. Let me know how I'm sounding out there. If I sound good, let me know if you can't hear me. For sure, for sure, for sure. We finna get this thing going in a few. Oh man, I cannot wait. I got some things to get off my chest as well. We're gonna talk about obviously NBA finals. We're gonna talk a little bit NFL with the Titans here. Talk a little bit of golf for sure. I want to, touch on that situation a little bit. Uh, the Live Golf and DP World Tour for sure. Also, talk a little bit of hockey. The Vegas Knights look to close it out tonight. They look to win their first title in franchise history. And they've only been around for what, 4 years? So, yeah, man, looking to close it out. And of course, going to talk some boxing. You know, I love me some boxing. I love me some boxing, man. I'm a newly rejuvenated boxing fan, for sure, for sure. So yeah, sit back, relax. Hopefully, you enjoy this sports show. Again, I'm trying to grow this just like how we tried to grow sit downs. I know it ain't crazy and wild and spicy, but hey, we gonna try. We gonna try. We gonna try. That's one thing we're gonna do in the green room is always try for sure, for sure. Because if you ain't trying, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. Because at least I always tell people, at least people are trying out there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Let me do this. I need to shave, but hey, I ain't here for all that. We ain't here for all that. I ain't trying to look good and all that type of jazz. I mean, I want to look good, obviously, but we're talking some sports, man. Sometimes it be like that. For sure, for sure. Oh Lord, and I had to rep for my Grizzlies because yeah, we'll get it. We'll touch on that later. Definitely gonna get into some John Morant talk. Um, so yeah, gonna be a good night. Gonna be a good night for sure, for sure. Oh Lord, let's get this going. Get this going. Promote it here. Promote it there. Promote it everywhere. You dig? Okay. 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 Where is the promotion on his Discord? Okay, I'm too high for all this. All right. Let's get that going and put it there, and we're done on that. And boom. So yeah, first thing I want to get into tonight is a little bit of Titans talk, man. Um, if you know me, you know the Titans is definitely my team. Um, first and foremost, they brought in DeAndre Hopkins for a visit this weekend. I seen where my guy went to CMA Fest and everything. Like, come on. My boy went to CMA Fest. They put out the red carpet for my guy. And I think we really, 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 really need Hopkins, obviously. They offered him a financial offer to Hopkins. Should he sign it? Should he sign the Titans? I think he should. It all depends on what he wants to do. If he wants to be the number one and get paid, obviously the Titans, and he's going to go visit the Patriots later on this week. That is, big for him. If he wants to get paid and be the clear-cut number one, those two teams obviously have the money to pay him what he's, really wants, and he can be the clear-cut number one, no matter what type of, who's in the building, no matter what, as a wide receiver. So I think DeAndre Hopkins should sign with the Titans, not just because I'm a Titans fan, but I'm just saying the need, the money, everything's there. And then also, I always say this: Ryan Tannehill is a good quarterback when he has weapons. If you looked at his season 2 years ago, when we had AJ, we had weapons, all that, he was doing really good. Then he got hurt, and then you take the weapons away from him. What do you expect? You know what I mean? What do you expect a man to do when he doesn't have any weapons or anybody to throw to, especially, tight ends, anything like that? I mean, obviously, the team's always going to be, run first because Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry. However, it's just evident that we need a wide receiver. I mean, Treylon Burks, he's so dope. I like Treylon. He's dope, but we need a receiver. So I think he should sign it, and, it is what it is. We'll see where he lands, and we'll see where he goes for sure. But I think Treylon Burks would definitely benefit from that. Oh, let me stop shaking that. I think Treylon would benefit from, Hopkins coming here for sure. And, I think that would be good for that wide receiver room all the way on the board. Definitely a good move if the Titans can land DeAndre for sure. Does how many more years does King Henry have to dominate? Whew, that is a good question. I think King Henry can dominate at least 2 more seasons. I mean, last year when he got hurt, I think he didn't play the last 6 or 7 games, and he still came in seventh in rushing in the whole league. So with that being said, he's still productive. He's still King Henry. He's still going to do his thing. But however, I mean, yeah, I think he has. I think he has some time to grow for sure, for sure. Um, and well, not grow. I'm sorry. I think he still has some years left. For King Henry for him to still be the king. But I do admit if we can't bring him a ring and stuff, which I hate to say, I don't think he's going to win a ring here in Nashville. Trade him somewhere where he can, man. I think Derek is one of the best running backs ever. Definitely top 20 running backs ever to ever play the game. Definitely maybe even top 15. So I think they would do right by Derek if they was to, trade him or, he asked for a trade or anything. I think they would do, right by him for sure. Um, yeah. So boom. So boom, there we go. We got that going. And yeah, is that it for Titans talk? No, let's talk a little bit about Kevin Byard as well. Kevin Byard, he, there was a lot of speculation about him maybe getting traded because they asked him for a pay cut and all this other jazz, and maybe he wouldn't take the pay cut, and then they get mad and trade him because of what he's making. Da da da. But you got to look at it in the long run. You don't want to make your roster mad first and foremost. Not even just in the long run, but now the Titans have done that before back when they were the Oilers, and they paid someone and they cut them, and it made the entire roster feel some type of way. So you don't want to mess up that chemistry and do all that. So I think you keep Byard. I mean, he's the heart and soul. Him and Jeff, they're the heart and soul of that defense, man. And he's proven that he's good. A Pro Bowler, good guy, man. So I think they should keep him, and uh, you shouldn't do that. And then plus for the future, what type of message are you sending for future free agents who would like to come to your organization and play? You're showing patterns of what y'all are about, and so you don't want to signal that throughout the league and throughout players and through your history of that's how you treat your players. So I don't think that would be right. But business is business, and I understand that at the end of the day this is a professional business. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and if you got to trim some fat, as they used to say, sometimes it sucks to do that, man. And I don't think they should. I don't think they will. But that was a big discussion on here in town. So yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Again, this next sip is for y'all. Thank y'all so much again. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching it. I cannot stress that enough. Cheers to you. So yeah, tonight again, bringing back my first guest ever that we had on the No Name Sports Show. I really enjoyed him coming on, so I definitely had to ask him. That definitely was my first call for a fill-in for sure, and just ask him was he available tonight. And luckily for me and for us, he was available, man. My dog Cardi, Cous. What's happening, Captain?
What's good? What's good?
What's up, family? How you doing today, man?
It's a sad day, man.
Why you
It's a
say it's a sad
sad
day?
day. The NBA is done. It's a sad day, brother.
Well, I thought you were talking about Shannon Sharp leaving, but we're going to touch on that as
We're
well.
gonna get on that too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Thought you were going to pop it off with that. I was like, oh, man, my boy started off with that. Well, fuck it. We might as well, man. We can start it off with that, man.
let's start with Shay Shay.
Yeah, we can talk about Mr. Old Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp, he today announced that he is leaving, which we all knew he was going to leave. Marley in the building, what's happening? We all knew that he was going to leave Fox Sports 1 and also the Undisputed Show after the finals. We just didn't know when that was because we didn't know the final when it was going to end. So it ended last night, and he had his final day today on FS1. I watched it, Undisputed. It was one of my favorite shows. Still will probably continue to be one of my favorite shows. I enjoy Skip. But what do you take on what's your take on that? Why do you think he left?
Well, from what they kind of say, and I think it became one of them things where I don't think they wanted to give him his just due. I think they didn't want to say that he was just as important to the show as Skip.
Facts.
So I think so they weren't going to give him the money. So I think it came down to one of them things where I think it ran its course. I think it was smart by Shannon to get out now, um, because it wasn't going to go nowhere. There's no point in starting to compromise at this point. You did what you could. Him and Skip, eh, who knows how genuine their relationship really is. There's a lot of respect and appreciation
Facts.
on the business side. Like I don't think he was BSing in speech about Skip giving him a chance and believing in him and all that stuff. Because two things can be true. You can give me a chance, you can believe in me, you can give me a great opportunity, but we can grow to a certain point where you could have a little bit of jealousy. You could feel a little bit threatened. I could be putting a little bit of pressure on your position, and so you just kind of be like, well, it's about that time.
Facts. I'm with you on that, brother. I think he was starting to outgrow Skip. And we all respect and we know what Skip brings to the table and what he's done in his career. However, Shannon, he's relating to the young folks. He's got the club Shay Shay popping and all that. So I mean, his star was starting to shine bright. So I mean, like you stated, I mean, Double A Spirit, good to see you. Good to see you, Double Spirit.
Double spirit, double
Like you were
spirit.
saying, it started to be a point to where I believe Shannon wanted some control and Skip wasn't having it. And then with the what's his name, Damar Hamlin. Did I say it right? Is it Damar Hamlin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When
Yeah,
that happened
Hamlin.
and stuff, which I, I'll, I have my own things. I won't speak on it, but I have my own thing. I don't think it was right what people were saying about Skip and stuff, but it is what it is. So I think that was the icing on the cake to where he realized like, okay, this ain't gonna go nowhere because he's not really hearing me anymore. You feel me? I think Skip started to tune him out a little bit on the creative sides and what maybe Shannon was bringing to the table. And Skip is like that. I mean, if you watch any videos of people who talk about him, stuff like that, they talk about him. He wants control. He wants this. He wants that. So I think it ran its course, like you said, as far as what Shannon was running. Now, I didn't never get dull of the show. The show never was dull. Never.
I think one thing though too is that Skip's gonna run a tone deaf show, and that's to your point, kind of about like the Hamlin. Like, if there's something to be said about sports, that's what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
There could be a human aspect of it that's second to Skip.
Fact.
He got to get the takeout. He got to talk the sports part of it. And
Fact.
so I think that was a part of that clash as well with at this point. I don't think the show got old, but I think there was enough. I mean, how many times are those two going to go head up about LeBron not being the GOAT and the GOAT? So I mean, we got, like, it wasn't that it got too old, but I mean, they did it for 7 years. How many more years were we really going to listen to it? And what was going to happen when LeBron retires? So I think you get out of there before that. So I think this was a good time.
Okay, I'm with you. So what do you think his next endeavor is going to be, brother? Where do you think he lands?
Man, that's the $1 million question. My guys and people have texted me. I don't know if he's going to end up on a CBS or ESPN, another major market. I think he is thinking smarter because he's been talking to a lot of entertainers. And I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up on like an Amazon or HBO Max, or if he does something that way, especially with Club Shay Shay in the umbrella, kind of how LeBron has the barbershop talk.
Gotcha.
And it might be less stressful. So you do something where you can make money, do what you need to do. He put in a lot of hours, a lot of research day after day, because you're on every single day over and over and over again. He might be a little bit tired of that. So he can record his shows. He could just kind of talk on live if he want to stay active on a daily basis. But I think the whole structure, the research, he might be like, I'm good on that, especially if the money ain't gonna match. He'll probably try to go get the bags, but if he don't get the right bags, I think he'll do something more independent that gives him control and money, and he kind of runs the ship.
Facts. No, I'm with you on that because, I mean, Shannon Sharp been had money, so it's not about the money for him at all.
Yeah, but you need that future money, though.
I mean, no, but he's already – I think Shannon Sharp is one of those guys in the league who was smart with his money. And then, like you said, he has to look like he has different things to where the money's the issue. Yes, like you said, you always want to make more money and have that, that security for sure with your finances. However, though, like you stated, if it ain't the right deal, he ain't going.
Yeah, he ain't desperate. He ain't desperate. Yeah,
exactly. He's not desperate. Exactly. He's not desperate to just hop on. Like, if he left, like certain people, let's be real, if they left FS1 or ESPN, vice versa, they're going to hop on FS1 or ESPN, try to get that, bag or whatever, because they need it. I won't say they're desperate, but they know that's security. But for him, like you said, he has so many options. Even if, I can't even find your boy no more. What's his name? Michael Smith. I know he's on like Peacock or something like that, NBC or something. I can't find your boy, but he got the bag. You feel me? And so I hope Shannon don't go away like that. But I think he has enough stardom and he has enough cachet to where, say, he goes to Showtime or HBO Max. I'll find him. I'm looking for him.
You know what I mean? You think about that. I mean, Showtime got KG, got not Aaron, Rachel Nichols. They went to Showtime, so they still relevant. And I think Club Shay Shay, was his best move because it put him at, now he's an entertainer. Right. On the sports side, but he's an entertainer. So he's crossed the bridge enough, built enough relationship by bringing on entertainers on that end, keeping with the athletes. To your point, the young people relate. Now he's a part of the algorithm. He's a part of the cultural algorithm. So he could do a podcast. He could keep doing his show. And then if he want to, like NFL season, maybe he'll just go on just to talk NFL during that time. But when the NFL season's over, he don't have to sit and just be on just because.
Facts. I'm with you, man. Yo, shout out Shannon Sharp, man. Hope he lands on, well, I know he's going to land on his feet no matter what he does, but hope it's something really, really, dope for him and his family and all that, man. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Thank y'all for being here.
What up,
You know
Marley?
where we're going with this next topic for sure, ladies and gentlemen. NBA talk. The finals it wrapped up last night, as I called it weeks ago. Gentlemen sweep, Nuggets in five. I called it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Um, so last night's game, brother. Give me your analysis of what did you take from the game last night?
A missed opportunity to stretch the series. Um,
Yeah,
that's the first thing, and the second thing is that because it was a missed opportunity, Denver went on and put a bow on it. Like they did play well, but they were around towards the end with a chance. You gave them a chance in the end, regardless of playing well. They got the
facts. No, I agree with you on that, brother, man. It all comes down to the fourth quarter, to where we'll even say the block from Brown. That could even be like a saver there, because they were down. I believe the Heat were down 4 points. Brown comes with that block and stuff like that. And then, the rest is history. But let's fast forward before then. I think it was even going to, if Jimmy didn't hit those three, or two threes, and then get fouled on that one and hit the two free throws, it would have been a wrap a long time ago, just to be real. And to me, I think that was all luck. I mean, yeah, Jimmy's going to take over, whatever. But the way he was shooting those threes, especially that last three that he took at the end, brother, you didn't even need that. You didn't need to take
Mhm.
that contested three right in your face. Aaron Gordon's there. He's right in your face. And then, we won't even talk about the turnover with Jimmy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm with you, though. I think it was a missed opportunity. Like you said, it was a missed opportunity, because I thought the Heat was going to grab that game. I really did. But they just gave it up. And then I think they were relying too much on the others. You can't really rely on Gabe Vincent, Matt Strus. Like, come on now. Really? Really?
But
I
that's
mean,
how
honestly,
the crazy thing is, but that's how they got there, man. Like, I mean, it's not a formula for longevity, but the thing is that if they never played well, they wouldn't have got out around one. They wouldn't have got to two. Like it was their puncher's chance to do it. Like, I mean, it wasn't smart to be in a slugfest with a heavyweight,
oh
but
no, not at all.
but
Not at all.
but they knocked out three other dudes that way. So they was kind of stuck with it. I mean, Jimmy.
I feel you, but bro, at the same time, and again, I think Jimmy was hurt. Let me say that off the rip too. But I think there's a time and place where you just have to take over. And Jimmy should have done that accordingly, not just in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes to go. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't keep doing that. Like,
But
I don't know.
you got to think about it. If he does it earlier, he, he knew what he was up against. At the end of the day, he was just like, listen, I just need to keep it close, and I need to be a decoy, and then I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna give it the one shot that I got. Um, like I said, it ain't ideal, and you'd love for him to take it from the jump, but I think it was strategic for whatever undisclosed reasons we don't know.
Facts.
Like either he was out of gas, he just whatever it was. I mean, they still had a chance. I mean, they were down to five, down to three. That Bruce Brown rebound was
Yeah.
a backbreaker.
Yeah. Facts. I agree.
Um,
I agree.
yeah, and
That
they just
that
get. I
shit.
mean, that's why they gave up, man. They said Jimmy just forced the three, like because they had nothing left, bro. He just you could just see it, man.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Bam played. Look, I like Bam. Bam is really serviceable. I think he's a good, I don't even think he's a five. I think he's a really good four, but they play him at the five in today's NBA, obviously. But I like Bam. He played. He brought it. I mean, hell, even Kyle Lowry was giving them minutes and giving them good minutes for sure. So with that being said, brother, what do they do this all? And we're only talking about the Heat. We're gonna get to the Nuggets in a second. But what do you think the Heat need to do this off season?
I think you just try to get some more firepower. I mean, they're going to stick with that same script. It's going to be a team. It's a team win. Um, they win together. You know, Jimmy will carry the load as he can per his energy health level.
Facts.
But you need a couple more vets. You need some. You got to have some. I think you need some more sizable scoring guys. Um, Gabe Vincent is fine, but you need a Gabe Vincent that's 6'8". Like you needed a Jeff Green. You needed
Back.
some guys like that. Like it ain't nothing against Gabe Vincent because if he can stay on the court, he was like you said, he's worth having. He went for like 29 in a game. But when you got to go to the chess match, and all of a sudden you playing a team that's just gonna go big on you and try to exploit it, you got to be able to maneuver and be like, Gabe, we're not gonna use you right now. We got to neutralize whatever this problem is.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
but the big thing, go get Dame if you can. Um, you can go get Dame. You could go get Bradley Bill. He might be on the market because the Wizards might be going
Yeah, we're
into a
gonna talk about
rebuild.
that too. Bradley Bill. Yeah, I'll have that right here on my notes too about Bradley Bill for sure. I think they need size for sure. I agree with you, but today's NBA, what is size? You know what I mean? What is size? Like you said, you need a stretch like a Jeff Green. Hell, they even play DeAndre Jordan. You feel me? Or yeah, Jordan. So I mean,
Well, I'm just saying for Miami, like you just need guys that can almost switch everything. Like, granted, of course, everyone would love to have a viable 7-footer, but that's hard. But what you can at least do for the Aaron Gordons, the Michael Porter type of guys that you have to defend, and you just need that rotation.
yeah,
Like I said, Gabe Vincent like 6'3". You needed more Caleb Martins. You need, like I said, it means Tyler Hero was there, even though he's not a great defender. But like you need someone 6'6" to 6'10",
yeah.
somewhere in there that you can at least just have on the floor, and they won't get posted up, and it's like a mismatch.
All right.
That's
What
why
about
Aaron Gordon was
What
so
about
helpful
okay?
today.
How about this? And this is just off the top of my head. Now that you just said that, yo, Danny Priest, Dr. Danny Priest in the building. Make sure you give her a follow. What's happening? What's happening?
Dr.
This off the top of my
Davey.
head. What about a Grant Williams from Boston?
Oh man, what
Going
about a
to the
Grant
Heat.
Williams? They would love to have a Grant Williams. Goodness gracious,
I,
shoots the three, as strong as one of the strongest guys in the league. Grant Williams would be amazing.
yeah, I think
Boston's not giving that up.
I think they are, bro. I think Grant Williams is gonna be out the door soon. I really do.
No, because
That's why I say that.
the players complained. They was like, "Yo, why didn't we play Grant more?" Like they were complaining about the coach to that. So I don't know. I think they still appreciate him. I think that was a Missoula fault. They're probably gonna have to correct that. I
Wow.
think Brad gonna tell him like, you need to play Grant Williams.
Wow. Okay. Well, it was a contract year for him. So you think they're gonna resign him?
I guess yeah. Well, depends on the money. I mean, you'll be a fool not to.
Yeah, and that's why I just brought him up because I mean that right there, that's a perfect piece for Miami if he's a free agent and you know what I mean, you got money. That's not the issue down there in Miami. They got the money. So and I hate to say this, and I'm not praying on anybody's downfall, but they're gonna get rid of Lowry. Unfortunately, I mean, unless he signs for maybe some lower money or something like that, but he's gonna be gone because he is a free agent now. So you will see, but he is a
I don't think he has a market though. I'll put actually. I'd
he
say
does
this.
have a market.
Well, to your point, as far as the money, he's not gonna have much of a market. But I think he'll lean towards staying. But you know where he may go if he goes anywhere? It's to
Where's it?
Philly to go home.
Philly?
To go back home or go. Well, he played college there. I think that's home for him in general too.
Yeah,
So
it's home for him. I don't think
okay.
he's from there, but that's where he calls home for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I like that backup point guard, and okay, I like that. All right, all right. Well, speaking of which, I mean, I didn't answer the real question about who should Miami get. I think obviously Dame and stuff, but hold on here, hit me out. I think they don't get Dame. I don't think they get Dame. Hear me out. I think they get VanVleet. I think that they sign him to like a 2-3 year deal and see what works with him. He fits the culture. He fits the mindset. He's a hard worker. He was an undrafted, player. So the mindset is there. But Dame is cool, but I just don't see Dame leaving Portland yet, man. I just don't. I just not
Well, he
necessarily.
don't want. I don't think he wants to though. It's never. It's really more about what Portland wants to do. Dame was telling them to get me some more pieces here.
Yeah,
That's always going to be Dame's story. So if it
facts.
happens, it's only going to happen because Portland comes to him and say we want to go in another direction. Like Dame is not. No one's going to ever say Dame forced his way out. Period.
No,
So
no, that's never gonna
uh,
happen. I don't. That's not even in his character for him to do that. So I don't see that ever happening. But We'll see. It's going to be interesting offseason for the Heat. They definitely are going to go star hunting. I know
They
that much.
ran. They would love to get Fred, but people think Fred's gonna go where Nurse is at. So we'll see where
Really?
Fred
Oh
is
wow, I
at.
haven't heard that.
Oh,
Wow, Fred
to
in
Boston. I mean,
Philly.
not to Boston. Why not?
So
Especially
he's
if Harden.
starting.
I mean, I'm talking about if Harden don't go.
Okay,
Probably.
all right, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, you're right. If Harden leaves, okay, I can see that. I can definitely see that. That's a good backcourt with him and Maxi. I can fuck with that. I can definitely fuck with that. Tobias Harris is maybe on the move too. I've been hearing rumors about him being on the move as well. But yeah, let's talk about them Nuggets though, man. They did win their first championship in 47 years. First for the franchise, man. Like I stated, Joker went crazy. Gentleman sweep, Joker MVP. Buddy, oh buddy, listen to these stats. This is crazy. Joker and Murray combined for 51.6 points per game, 20.2 rebounds per game, 17.2 assists per game. Joker's stat line for the whole series was 30, 14, and 7. That's insane. That's insane, brother man.
Insane.
So what do you think the Nuggets could be a dynasty? What do you think?
I mean, you have to say that they could be a dynasty. Would I? Am I really prepared to say that I'm very confident in that? I would say no. I just say they're in the room. I mean, I don't think that they're any more prepared than what Milwaukee was. Um, and Milwaukee should have been in this NBA Finals or further, but like you said, you got to be a dynasty, man. You got to avoid it. You got to avoid injuries. You gotta keep retooling, and I don't know, man. I mean, they'll have it. Of course, they said there'll always be a chance. There's no reason they should be less than the 3 seed from here on out. So they'll have home court. They'll have that chance, but the NBA is a game of matchups. The only reason Milwaukee lost is because they played Miami, which was a random matchup for them to have.
Right.
And it shouldn't have been the one that eliminated them. But guess what? Giannis got hurt.
Yep.
Giannis gets hurt. You gave Miami a chance. You give Miami a chance. That's the type of team that'll sneak you.
Facts. Facts. I'm
So
with you on that.
so I mean, so it's a fluke. It was kind of it's one of those fluke things. So I would dynasty. They need to win. They got to win another one. They got to get to another NBA Finals before, so that even if they lose that and you come back again and maybe they win, like you gotta win a couple. I mean, Miami's barely was a dynasty when Wade went because they only won 2 out of 4.
Yep.
Some people are like, so dynasty is gonna be a tall order, but they in the room.
Okay. Okay. I think they I think they could, but I don't think they will. I think they have the pieces right now. If we're speaking right now, their roster. Now we know how championship rosters go. They don't keep everybody. Bruce
Mm-hmm.
Brown's definitely leaving. He has a player
Mm-hmm.
option. He's gonna get paid. Get out of here. He's not gonna make $3 million next year. That's not gonna happen for Bruce Brown. So with that being said, they're gonna lose some pieces. They're gonna lose some veteran leadership because I think Jordan retires. Just be
Yeah.
honest. I think Ish Smith, he might stay there. Maybe if they offer him a deal, he'll stay. But he's a journeyman, so I think he leaves. That's veteran leadership gone. And I think Uncle Jeff stays. I think they offer as far as like all the older players that they want to keep. I think Jeff's at the top of the priority before Ish Smith, Jordan, or anybody else that's older that's on that team. You got the rookies. I mean, you got the dude from Duke that's on there, Jay White. He don't get no plea but I'm just saying, as far as big man, you got him, and then the Braun kid or Brown, whatever, from Kansas. He's shown that he can play. So segueing into that, speaking of Braun, MJP, he was MIA. My dog. No.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say he was MIA,
What?
but and hear me out. The only reason I'm gonna say he wasn't MIA is because he was MIA for what he's known for.
Okay.
That's what I said because he still was second to Joker in rebounding in the series.
Yeah.
So I will give him that. But he don't really get paid to rebound. He get paid to make shots, and he didn't do that well. But he did do. But in the closeout game, he played well enough in the closeout game.
Facts. I
So
give that.
he was spotty, but it wasn't really as serious about him anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a two-man show, and whoever wanted to take over to help Aaron Gordon, Braun, Bruce Brown, they all just took turns. And so I wouldn't I know I wouldn't worry about
Brother
it.
man.
And this is why I'm gonna tell you I wouldn't worry about it. Because if this is what you got now, and if they want to be a dynasty to your point and they wants to proceed, that's your room for growth. Because if he can get better in playoffs, that's how you're going to make the difference. Because everyone's next year is going to be planning for Joker and Murray. I need to get guys for Jokers. I need to get guys for Murray. Who's the guy that could continue to elevate their game, who has the game to do it? Especially so those guys can rest next regular season and not like feel like all the pressure on them. You start shining more light on Porter. Keep building his confidence up. Keep getting his shots up. Joker doesn't have to worry about trying to score 40 points a game. Murray don't have to worry about it. So you play the next season to build up all your deficiencies.
Okay.
So that's my thought. And it does have to happen because he's making the most money on the team. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, hold on. I'm finna get to that as well. My dog is making the third most and barely behind Jamal Murray. He's making
No,
200.
actually, he was actually making the most this year because their contracts kick in going
next.
forward.
Okay. Well, that's why I was going. Yeah. Next season, he's only going to be making $200,000 less than Jamal Murray. And if that's what I'm getting out of him, no, I'm sorry, but hold on. Let me get to it though. His final stats was 9 points a game, which is terrible. Okay, 8 rebounds. Okay, you give me almost 8.5 rebounds. Okay, 0.8 assists, brother man. Hold on. All right, 0 steals. He didn't have 1 steal. He was the only player that played I think, over 5 minutes of the game or 10 minutes or something like that didn't have 1 steal in the
He
whole
don't get
playoff.
paid. He didn't get drafted to get steals.
32% from the field, 14% from 3 during the finals. Are you? What you paying him for?
He struggled. He did. He struggled.
Come on now. So again, if I don't see if I'm the Nuggets, if I don't see no improvement on defense next season, I'm trading him.
But the question to that is, if you don't see no improvement, is that on him or is that on the team?
That's on him. Hear me out here. That's on him because I know for a fact they probably give him every single toolage or everything that they can do to help him defensively. And he's gotten slightly better, like you said, with the rebounding. But god dang it, you're 6'9", 6'10" out there. So what do I expect you to rebound? So with that being said,
he's been good rebounding. To your point, if you don't feel like you have the buy-in from where you need to go, yeah, you can look to get off of them. But I think you just still have time. I mean, once you're in a championship culture now.
okay.
I mean, and to your point, he's gonna have to show that he wants to be a champion and he wants to stay in this buy-in. I think he will. I doubt that he's that bad. He wasn't bad all the series. I mean, Miami's very good. And the whole like Miami is just like Denver was. Those are two teams where if you're out of position, if you're not locked in, you will get exposed. So everybody else, he was fine against the Lakers. It wasn't like he was getting exposed against the Lakers. That's Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra knows Michael Porter can't play no defense. So he gonna make this motion and he gonna make sure he put him in every down screen fade, down.
Yeah. No, and I did notice that too, brother man, to where they were distinctively picking on him at some points, just like how the Nuggets was picking on your boy, what's his name? the 3-point specialist, Duncan Robinson. So yeah, bro, I'm with you on that 1,000%. Did he cut out? Did we lose him? Oh no. Yo, chat, thank y'all so much for being here. Um, thank y'all so much. We're having a good time, I promise you. I hope we didn't lose cardio. I think he might be having technical difficulties. Um, Johanna, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I really appreciate you. Um, let's go here. I think my dog's having a little technical difficulties. Um, I know he's probably going to be in the chat. Let's see if he's back. Hold on. No, I don't think he's back yet. So yeah, man. Again, thank y'all so much. We still have more to go. A little bit more NBA talk. Here we go. Here we go. I think my dog's back. Here we go. There we go. I think
Yeah,
we're
I don't
back.
know what's going on.
Yeah, it's craziness. So yeah, bro. Well, my next question, we'll still talk about a little NBA, but we'll veer a little bit off of the finals because hey, they're back. And honestly, they're not the number one team in Vegas to win the ship next year. I believe that people are going with the Celtics. I think that's what I've seen. I could be wrong. I should have looked that up on Vegas, but I think they have the second best odds to win the chip next year. Which I mean, Celtics, Nuggets, toss up. I get you. My next question to you, though, brother, man, I definitely got to ask this because a lot of people has been floating this question around, not just today, but honestly for a couple weeks now. Honestly, is Joker a top 5 center of all time? I wouldn't say 10, but he's definitely earned maybe 5. So, what do you think? Top 5 center of all time? What do you think?
Uh, I'm not ready to give him a side. I feel like he's right. I think he's right outside the door. And if you wanted to, he's right outside the door. He
Okay,
he he will. I mean, he'd have to blow it to not get in.
okay, okay, okay.
Um,
So right
but
now, you don't think he's top 5 right now with his resume right now as it speaks?
no, because you have one title.
Wow,
No one in the top
wow,
five has one title. So that means that David
wow.
Robinson. That means that David Robinson could look you in the eye and be like, "I got two titles. I got an MVP. I was a scoring champion. I was an Olympic champion. Uh, we don't even want to add my college career. So the Admiral, I know Akeem embarrassed him in one playoff series, and everybody act like he wasn't this premier dude anymore. But you gotta he all he has to do is keep doing what he's doing, and then he can move that he can lead him out the way. But you got the Moses, Wilt, Russell, Shaq, Kareem, Olajuwon. So
Ooh.
so
Brother man. I mean, I'm with you on David Robinson, but brother man, David Robinson wasn't doing this. I'm just saying. Um,
uh,
top 5.
what wasn't he doing?
Hold on, listen. Okay,
Because
hold on. Yes, the last quadruple double in the NBA history came from David Robinson as well. So we can add to that is on his history. Let's put that out there as well on David Robinson. However, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna and again, you put a damn good case for David. Damn, I forgot about David, but okay, I'm gonna break it down a little bit just off the top of my head. Um, Joker, the way he scores, the way he sets people up, the way he can dominate a game. Yes, David Robinson done all that, but however, it's I don't. Okay, David Robinson when he got his ring, let's just be real here, thanks to Tim Duncan, the fresh young legs and all this. David Robinson couldn't get through there being the man. Let's just be real here. He couldn't get through there. Duncan coming in and him being, he was young, but yet let's just be real here. Duncan was the driving force on that championship team. Let's just be clear and be real on that. So with David Robinson, to me, as far as what, and again, Joker does have a long way to go. And that's why I can't put him super over these other people, but I did put him over David Robinson, obviously, and I did put him over Dwight Howard.
oh,
Now,
I'm not saying Dwight. My thing is that you got Wilt, Russell, Shaq, Kareem, Moses, Olajuwon.
oh
You got
no,
six.
you're putting
So
Moses in there. Get up out of here,
okay,
Moses.
so if you want to take Moses out, now you still got Olajuwon. So he got Olajuwon, Russell, Wilt, Shaq, Kareem.
That's 4,
So
and then I got Joker at
that's
5.
five. No, that's five.
What do you mean?
Wilt,
How's that 5?
Kareem, no, Shaq,
Shaq.
Wilt, Kareem,
Okay.
Russell with 11
Russ.
rings,
Oh my God. All right.
Come on, bro. The dude got 11 rings. Like let's not just throw him out with a one championship guy.
All
Next,
right.
you're
All
gonna
right.
tell
I've
me
never
that.
said this
Next, you're
about.
gonna tell me that Dirk. You're gonna tell me that Dirk should take out
All right,
somebody
look,
with
I'm gonna
5
take a
rings.
shot. Look here. I'm gonna take this last, and I'm gonna give you my take on Bill Russell and respect the dead RP, what he did for the league, and philanthropy, what he did for the league back then when he was in the '60s and early '70s. I'll give it to you, but hold on. Do you know the average height that he played against when he was in the league? Until he met Will. What was the average height when he was winning his first? I believe I heard this stat a long time ago. His first 6 championships, the average height. What was the average height?
Probably like 6'6".
Try 6'3". So when
Okay.
you got a 7-foot man out there, and the average height, hold on, and we're talking average height is 6'3" in the league, bruh. Just like you're in high school still. Like, let's be real here, bro. And again, I'm not taking none away. He was a player coach when he won a ring, all that shit, and you have to do it. I always tell people, I don't care what what athletes do, man or male or female, you have to show up. Period. You have to play the
So
game.
my thing, yeah. So this is let's balance it then. To your point, if you had a sizable advantage, you should have a sizable advantage in your success, and he does. That's why I think the same thing that they say about Wilt. It's like, well, Wilt, you play against the guy. So in turn, I don't care if I'm playing by myself. Scoring 100 points a game still takes the energy and effort to do it. So Wilt won 11. Russell won 11 rings, not just 5. So I get it, and I get your point. My thing is that Joker. I'm not gonna move them out the way. I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna put Joker at the door and say, listen, I got a reservation coming. It's not my time for my reservation, but I got a reservation, and it's supposed to be for one of you guys' seats.
I
That's
feel
what I
you.
said.
Okay, say that, and I'm with you. Okay, all right, but I took out Dwight Howard at my 5th position, and I put Joker in there, and I didn't think I would ever do that, but man, after looking at him and seeing what he's been doing, and then hold on, the first player ever. Also, think about this stat: the first player ever to lead all players in all categories of points, rebounds, and assists in a whole postseason.
Impressive, very impressive. I'm gonna say this, and of course, this I'm
Come
gonna say
on.
this. My only thing I'll say about that is it's the same thing I just said. If you're gonna dominate, dominate right. And
Yeah.
so Joker did dominate right, but we
Right.
are in a stat packing league. To
Whoa,
your
whoa, 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 whoa. No.
wait, when I say stat packing, I don't mean intentionally stat packing, but there is a increase. Listen, everyone's numbers are up. So my point is, I'm not like I said. So if your numbers are up, he did his job.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna. So he did his job. But some of it, like I said, everyone. You know why other people weren't averaging as many assists? Because that wasn't in their job to do it, even if they could do it. Like you had isolated roles back in the day. Now, as the star, you get to do everything. Kareem is not going to pass like Magic. That wasn't your job.
Okay.
That's why Magic didn't score 30 a game because that wasn't his job. Magic could have scored 30 a game and had less assists. So it was a yin yang.
Facts, facts.
So I checked the box to give him credit, but I don't put it as an advantage weight when I started looking at what because he's doing what greats do now, and those greats did what greats did then. So it leaves it at an
True that.
even thing, and that's why he's at the door.
Well, okay, okay. I feel that. Hey, you broke it down. Yo, chat. If you can hear my voice, thank you so much for being here. This is the No Name Sports Show. We got Cardio Cous in the building. Look, y'all hear him, man. That's why I love having him on here because he knows his shit. My next question to you, man. We're gonna talk about some friend league. We're gonna get into some free agency. A little bit more about some NBA talking. We're gonna move on a little bit because I definitely want to dive into the PGA Live and DP World Tour thing. Um, Anywho, my next question to you for sure, brother, man, is Flav League just turned down a $22 million player option. And to me, normally when players do that, they've gotten the whisper in their ear from their agent, or vice versa if they don't have an agent. They think they can get more in the open market and get more security. So with that being said, where do you think Van Vliet ends up this season, brother man? He serves for point guard too. Very serviceable. We good? Oh no. Oh no, I think did we lose him? Oh no.
Oh, no,
There we
you
go.
got me.
I got you now. We're
Yes.
good. We're good. Oh no. Oh no. It's all good, bro. We gonna wait on you, brother man. We gonna get you right. I know my dog's gonna get right for sure, for sure. But give him 1 second. Give him 1 second. Hold on, give him 1 second. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get him right. We're gonna get him right. Man, thank y'all so much for being here. I cannot stress that enough. Man, we're trying to grow this no name sports show. Man, I'm having a good time. I love talking NBA. I love talking sports. So let's see if he's back. There we go. We good.
You got me.
I got you. So yeah, what do you think Fred VanVleet ends up this season, brother man?
I think Fred ends up with Nurse again in Philly, unless the new coach in Toronto says that I'm giving you the team and then we give him the bag.
No,
Other than that, you made a good point about Miami. I didn't think about that. Um,
I
I
think this
thought
was
maybe
going.
LA might try to go. I thought LA might try to go get him, but that's about it.
I think in my heart of hearts, all right. Then this is all right. Well, I wrote down three teams here, but this is just with fit. This isn't, getting the money. This is just straight fit. I think the Spurs is the number one fit for him. He's young enough to go there to grow with that team and see what happens and get a bag as well. The Spurs have the money to pay. That's if they don't re-sign Trey Jones and they don't believe in Trey Jones for the immediate future, because obviously for the future, Trey Jones isn't the answer. Let's just be real here. But for now, you got a young team. Trey Jones is serviceable. He's a decent starter on a young team. I
Mm-hmm.
won't say championship team or anything of that nature, but Trey Jones can get the job done as far as a starter on a serviceable, decent NBA team. Number two, I say the Celtics, but the money won't work, so I'm going to put the Heat for sure. And then three, I'm going to go with the Suns. No CP3. He will fit right in with the culture and stuff. He gives you a little bit of defense as well. Because Fred definitely plays a little defense. He's not like a defensive stopper or nothing, but he's going to play some defense. And we all know the Suns right now have no defense whatsoever. None. Zero. So you bring him in as your starting point guard, and you got a little defense of that nature. So, and then on top of it all, he's not a scorer like that. The only reason he was a scorer on Toronto is because who else the hell they gonna get the score?
Mm.
So with that being said, I think he's okay with he. First of all, he got his bag already. He's already got his bag. But like I stated a little bit ago, with him opting out of a player option of 22 million, he's getting from somebody, and or his agents getting from somebody, that they will give him more money. So we'll
Well, I
see.
think he opted out because there's no reason to stay because Nurse is gone. So
There
now
is a
you
reason. The money. The money.
well, I'm saying but my point is that if Nurse is gone,
Okay.
there's no reason to ride out your plan with Toronto to your point,
Mm,
even in the extension. Because even if they are going to extend you, you might as well go ahead and get the money now. Like he could turn down the player option and sign a long term deal with Toronto.
facts. Facts. Facts.
So I mean that player option just gives him a chance to re up his bag. He's gonna get more than 22 million a year, regardless. So that him not taking that option was because that was based on old money. His
Facts.
value is up. He
Facts. No, I agree.
no.
I agree. His value is definitely up. And speaking of value, and this I didn't know I didn't send this topic, but hey, it came in across my screen earlier. Bradley Bill. Uh, this is ridiculous, bro. Listen to these numbers for Bradley Bill, sir. Um, the next 3 years, because his contract is guaranteed for the next 3 years. This next season for 2023, 24, 43 million. Then it
Mhm.
jumps up $9 million to $52 million the next season. Then it jumps even more. Think about that. Even jumps even more. 5 more million to $57 million for his season. And what is that? 2026? 27
Mhm.
season? Wow. So if you were a GM or if you were a team, would you trade for Bradley Bill with those numbers?
If I'm a GM or a team, would I trade for him?
Yes.
If I if I have aspirations for contending, yes. If I'm building, I would say
Well,
no.
let's say this.
Okay.
Okay, if you're one of the top teams in the NBA right now and you're a contender with that money and that contract, would you take it on?
Yes, I take on 30 points, constant shooter, constant professional, who who hasn't never been a diva, who did nothing but been a constant professional through all this stuff. Absolutely. If yeah, I would if I made the playoffs, I take back Bradley Bill. If I didn't make the playoffs and if I'm working just to get to the playoffs, no, I'm not taking him to lead my team because it's it's empty calories, so to speak.
Facts.
Not, and it's not a knock on him, but it is what it is. Like he gonna score 30, the team may not win.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, and that's his MO to me up there in Washington is that yeah, he gonna give you 40. He gonna bust your ass. But it's same thing with Gilbert Arenas when he was up there. Empty calories, like you said. There's no wins here. Like, yeah,
Like
you
they
might
said, the Knicks, like 5, 6 seed, absolutely, because they could take Bradley Bill. They need a guy like him.
facts.
Um,
That'd be actually a really good fit, but you had to give up RJ.
right. So I would give up RJ, especially in New York. I would definitely give up RJ.
You would give up RJ for Bradley Bill right now and take on that monster ass contract
Yes, because
with the
guess
new
what?
with the new
Yes,
TV deal and everything's gonna be happening. You would take
listen.
that contract on?
Yes, because my arena don't sell out.
Wow.
Yeah, my arena don't sell out. It's the Garden. They haven't sold out. They've not sold
I
out
gotta
in
pour a drink right
25
now.
years.
I mean, I feel you, but bruh, I'm sorry for Bradley Beal. We're only talking, and again, I'm with you. A 30-point game scorer, and who knows when he gets on a good. And I always say this: yeah, he's scoring 30 points on the Wizards, but when he has on a good team, he has to give up something. Especially like the Knicks, and we're just hypothetically talking about the Knicks. Jalen Brunson definitely gonna get his. Julius Randle gonna get his. So where does he fit in with his shots getting up? He's not
But
30
guess,
anymore.
hey, but guess who got his so far? If they wanted to, RJ. RJ was not shot deprived. RJ just had to make shots.
Fact, no, I'm with you on that. But
So
however, I, I don't know.
and Brunson don't want to have to do what he have to do. Brunson is like Van Fleet. Like if I gotta save the day, I'll go in the phone booth, put my cape on. What if you want 3 points from me or 30? You're gonna get the same effort leadership.
Facts.
So Brunson would feed him. And the bottom line is if you winning games in the Garden, oh you can cover the bill. I promise you. You're a top 14, you getting home court advantage in the first round of a playoff game. You're a top 14. And right now they're like 5 to 7 or 8. You get Bill, you could get to that 4 spot, maybe even get to the 3. Maybe if somebody gets hurt, if Philly drops back, it's worth it. I pay that 60 mil.
I don't know
And
about
they
paying.
and they can't get a real star to come.
I think I
So
think I think before he gets to that 57, I think he gets waived and bought out. But also I think before he gets to that 57, he's going to realize that he's and I love Bradley Bill. I can't believe I'm saying this
well
publicly.
the question is how old would Bradley Bill probably be in 3 years? How old is Bill?
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Let
If
me
I take
see.
a guess though, in 3 years, Bradley Bill will be 30. Has in 3 years, he had to be about 32, 33 years old.
So he's 29. So in 3 years,
Yeah, 32.
he should still like he should be work because that's what Dame ain't Dame like 32 now.
Man, he's on a different level than Bill though. Come on, bro. Come
The
on, bro.
numbers don't the numbers don't say that.
I mean, but as I always say, bro, anybody can do it on a bad team, cardio. On a
Uh,
bad team.
Dame's number on a bad team looked like Bill's numbers. What was Dame's numbers
No,
this
no,
year? What was
no. Dame just recently got on a bad team. We're
I
talking.
don't
Hold on. Go ahead.
no, you're right. I'm just saying is Dame's numbers didn't change good or bad team. Bradley Bill just been on a bad team. When they
Exactly.
were but
Exactly.
even when him and Wall had their glimpse of both being healthy,
I
I
never
mean
believed. I
that
never
was more
believed.
on that was still more on health. But I'm just saying, like, you had CJ and Dame, you had Wall and Bill. Smaller sample size, obviously. And of course the rest of your team makes a difference. But we can't say they're both high volume scorers. And I'm not gonna say that Dame,
Facts.
like, there's a night and day difference between Dame and Bill.
No, there's
I'm
definitely
just
not.
not.
There's definitely not. No, I agree with you on that. But I mean, with Bill, and again, I can't believe I'm saying this publicly, but I don't think Bill wins a championship being the first or even second option on the team, bro.
Okay, but it depends on what your first and second option is.
It
Because,
could be anything. It could be 1 through 5.
well,
You
no,
didn't say
because
who. You didn't say who. You said what. Hold on now.
all reason I say that because if, like, say if he was on a team built similar to Denver, where he was their third option, that would make sense. Like if a team like a Denver could go get him, that
Okay.
would make sense being a third option.
Mhm.
So, or say you had a true
Or the
point guard,
Lakers. Or even the Lakers. He'd be third option there.
or, or even say if Harden leaves Philly and he went to Philly and it was Embiid's team,
He's
he
second
was the
option in
second.
Philly.
He was right, but he's the second option, and Maxi. That
Not
I don't
gonna
see
work.
that. I don't
Not
think
gonna
that's
work.
unreasonable. Maxi with the ball, because Bill don't have to have the ball in his hands to score.
Not gonna work. Cardio not gonna work, sir.
Why
Bill's
wouldn't
just
that work?
all right. Hear me out here. I think Bill is a dope player. And you want to talk about patent stats now.
It's the
Anyways.
Cowboys.
Anyways, but again, also put it on. He's on a bad team. He's always on a bad team. I think he's made the playoffs maybe twice in his career, and they got swept both times, if I believe. Or maybe gentleman sweep on one time because I remember them winning one game in Washington with him and Wall, at least one. So maybe they got gentleman swept. But however, with that being said, Bill to me is a undersized guard. First and foremost, he's undersized. He gives you maximum effort. He's still a liability on defense a little bit. He's under. Is he not undersized? What is he? What 6'4", maybe 6'5", maybe.
Yeah,
With
no,
shoes
no,
on.
he's a decent. He's 6'4". He's a decent size. He's
Yeah.
not.
So I'm not sitting there saying height wise, but as far as muscle wise, he gets dominated when he gets on a bigger player. Now, Paul, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I think that Bradley Beal as a third option on a team can win a championship. Not first, not second,
I
third.
think he could be. I think he could be second.
Nah, I don't see it.
Definitely. I
I don't
understand
see
that
it.
first. I understand that first, but I think he could be second
I don't
because.
see it, bro. I don't even see it in second, bro. I really
So let.
don't. Because
So you don't think that Bradley Bill is Clay Thompson worthy?
no.
Why not? Bradley Bill can play with the
At
ball
their
or
height,
without the ball.
if we're talking peaks, because Bradley Bill's on the end of his peak. Let's be real. Am I wrong here? Of his prime, he's on the end part. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but I think the 3 years you're talking about, he has 3 years of good basketball left in him, and he's a shooter. So even
For
once his
for
physical
fucking
ability goes,
what is it? Where did I write that shit down at? Hold on. You really think this dude has this much basketball left in him for $52 and $57 million? 57 million?
do I think at 32 years old he can still play at a high
No,
level? Yes.
no, cardio,
Who
no.
who falls off before 32?
A lot of motherfuckers fall off
Guards,
before 22.
guards like
Yes,
him.
yes, yes.
He is a healthy player. He's
Michael Michael Gilt, what was his name? That won the rookie of the year, and then he just after that he fell off all the way.
he was not Bradley Beal. Come on, let's
Oh
so
my
let me ask
God!
you
You
this.
said
So
player. You
so let
said
me ask you a
player.
question.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna give you his comp. I'm gonna give you a similar comp, even though they play a little different. Do you think that Donovan Mitchell is gonna fall off before he's 32?
Donovan Mitchell
Yes.
before he's 32.
Yes.
Okay, define fall off before I say something. Define fall off.
Well, so my point is being the type of player that they are now, a premier player. Wade didn't fall off before 32 at 6'4". Bill is about 6'4". Donovan Mitchell's about 6'4". So these type of stars don't they fall off after that. They don't fall off before. I mean, Chris Paul's 38 and he's just not falling off. So to think at 32 that he's gonna fall off and
Okay.
he's not Anthony Davis, he's not a big man injury.
Okay, hold on. Minus injuries, because I was going to say John Wall, but that was injuries. Hold on. Let me say with John, because John was him. He just injuries. So with that being said, yo, shout out Big Mus in the building. With that being said, fall off? No. Be the same player as now? No. However,
when is the fall off then, Money Green?
The
you
fall
think
off
in the next 2 years, you think at 30 and 31 he's gonna fall off? Or you
no,
think he's
but
done now?
I think he hold on. I think that now hold on. Let me say this. If he plays for the Washington Wizards, he's worth every single cent and every penny because they're trying to put asses in the seats. I agree with you on that. If he plays for the Wizards, okay, pay this man $57 million because first of all, y'all finna lose. Second of all, like it's a misery here. Like what the fuck? Like what's going on here? We don't have.
So let me ask you this: if he wasn't making 57 million, let's ask about the production question. Do you still think that he could be a 25 to 30 point scorer over the next 3 years? Because that's what you're paying him for. We can't really look at the money. It's not his fault. Like I said, I mean, Chris Paul made 40 million last year.
You're absolutely right. I always say this, brother. You're absolutely right on that. You only get what you negotiate. Hell, I'm with you on that. Hell, the Grizzlies signed the highest paid second round pick of NBA history. So I'm with you. You feel me? You only get what you negotiate, brother. I'm with you. But no. I'm gonna say at 57 million in 3 years. Because again,
so what justifies 57 million in his point production?
Hold on. Off the Wizards.
Wherever he's at. Wherever. You can.
Oh no, if he's on the Wizards, he's gonna be worth that because that's all they're gonna have. I don't see any free agent or unless they make a trade like how they, did with Russ or whatever. But no. I don't see
I mean, it's just like case in point. If he goes to another team where they're not looking for him to score 30, that's not.
Oh, okay. Well, and let me ask you a question. Hold on. You asked, what do I see that production-wise with 57 million in 3 years? What do I see production-wise that he needs to do to earn that 57 on a championship team? Yeah. Okay. He needs to have, let me be real here, on a championship team, for 57 million, first of all, he needs to be the second option. Because first option, I don't see Bradley Beal doing it no matter what the fuck he does. He whatever, you know what I mean? It's all I don't think he's never on a championship team. He was never a trajectory to be the first option on a championship team ever.
Agreed.
So I won't, go there. But a second option on a championship team, oh yes, and the point value, of course, he's not going to score 30 on a fucking championship team unless he's Jason Tatum. But with that being said, that formula is not working obviously right now as well. So with that being said, I think Bill, with his point production and assists, need to go up. His point production go down, obviously, to about, I'll say 23 to 27. Or no, I'm going to say 27. I'll say 23 in the regular season. In the playoffs, I need him to elevate to at least 2 to 3 points a game.
Okay, I got a comp for you.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you think that Bradley Beal could be Chris Middleton when they won the title?
Yes.
What is that worth to you? Was Chris Middleton the second option or the third option in your opinion, Steve?
Third.
Okay, so I'll switch it. Do you think that Bradley Beal could be Drew Holiday?
Wait, hold on. So let me back up. I'm wrong. He was second option. Drew Holiday was definitely third. But hold on. Only reason I thought that in my head and said third was because down the stretch in the finals, we're only talking about when the Bucks won. In the finals, Drew Holiday was pivotal as being a lockdown, point guard and handling the point and doing what he needed to do. So I agree. That's why I said the third option and Drew, but definitely second. You're right, second.
So look at that comp. So that's my point on the comp.
Giannis,
so Giannis obviously was the guy.
Yeah.
Middleton and Holiday were his wings, and each of them brought two separate strengths. Holiday was his defensive muscle, number 2 guy, and Middleton was his shot maker, number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Why would we not think that Bill could not be that guy?
Because his size. And pause. I'm just being honest here. I think when you get to the playoffs, and this is just me. If I was a GM, I'm with you, Muss. I'm with you. He was the defensive guy. I'm with you, Muss. But to me, to have that guard play, you need bigger guards as well in the playoffs. I mean, playoffs are just a different beast than the regular season, bro. And you know this. I know you know this. And with that being said, the only small guards that's won it last that wasn't, a defensive stopper.
But if he's playing on a championship team, Money Green, what are we talking about here? Has this guy ever had a problem getting his shot off?
No.
Ever?
No.
Do you ever think he's gonna have a problem getting his shot off?
Yes. When he's getting locked up, yes.
But what is he gonna?
He's playing a bigger guard like a Jaylen Brown. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, the bigger guards couldn't stop Trae Young from getting off.
Oh my God! Oh no! We're not talking about Trae Young right now. Yeah, you're gonna make us. We're segueing to Trae Young. You really want to go there right now?
No. I'll take Trae Young.
Mr. 20%.
No, I just went to the smallest guy. But my point is, it's not like Trae Young still gets his shot off. Donovan Mitchell, same size, still gets his shot off. No one's stopping guys from getting their shot off that are value scorers. Dame gets his shot off against a bunch of deep guys. This is Bradley Beal. You act like this dude is not one of the best shooters in the league.
No, he is.
This is not I rely on getting to the hole guy to get buckets. He is literally a second tier elite shooter behind the first tiers, the Books, Stephs, like the straight splash guy.
I'm with you.
But his bag of scoring is A2 to the rest of everyone being A1.
Yeah. No, he's got a bag. No, he's got some tricks in his bag. All right. Look, we'll agree.
Anyway, we'll move on from there.
I love it.
Bill doesn't deserve that much time. Let's get to the shits for 2 seconds.
Oh my God. Yo, Chi in the building. Good to see you, Chi. Welcome in. Yo, Muss in the building. Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching. I appreciate y'all. This is the No Name Sports Show. We got Cardio Cous in the building. So yes, earlier today, Trae Young, or not even earlier today, yesterday, after the finals, Trae Young, Mr. 20% or 20. I'm sorry, hold on, Mr. 23%. Mr. 23% said that we're next as far as like win the ring, because he put a ring emoji with a lock on it, right? I believe that's what it was. And I thought immediately, like, is he getting traded to a championship team? Because on the Hawks, he ain't winning no ring. What you think, Cardio?
You want the truth? Or you want the fan? You want the fan.
I want the truth, damn it. Tell me the truth. You know the truth.
Listen.
Yeah, you know the truth.
I know the truth. They're so far from me thinking that okay, put it like this. This is the first step is to talk championship talk. So I will give them that. So now I'm going to hold you to walking it. So that means you're going to have to be a leader. You're going to have to be professional. You're going to have to stop being a diva. And you're going to have to buy into everything that Quinn is talking about. And then they have to put the team around you. That's a whole lot to ask for the team. That's a whole lot to ask for Trae. So I don't see that, because their organization from top to bottom is in a disarray, and their star player has been in a disarray as well. So that's the truth. The fan would be like, hey, he has this epiphany and all of a sudden it all comes together. But I don't know. I don't got much of a leg to stand on this one. But it
Look
was
here,
fun for you bringing it up.
look here, look here. Look here, and I used to be a Hawks fan as far as like the East, my East team. Because again, I'm a Grizzlies fan all day. You see it all day. But I had an East team. I've always had an East team, and my East team was the Hawks. And I've seen enough. I've seen enough. It is what it is. No, not going to happen. But we'll move on from that. Last topic on the NBA, and then we'll move on to some other sports. Shout out Must have been. What do you say, Must? For Trey to be successful, he needs more bigs in the paint. I mean, they gave him one of the best rebounders and shot blockers in the league.
They got
What else
enough
you
big. They
got?
got big. They got bigs. I mean,
Yeah, they
they
got
got a
John, they
center.
got Clint. I mean,
John acted funny acted, but yeah, he has enough bigs. The bottom line is that they ran a plan. It got them one Eastern Conference run out of it. That's ran its course. Quinn got to start from scratch. They got to figure out
oh, yeah, and that's
what's
why
going
they
to work.
brought him in. That's why they brought him in. And I think Quinn is a good coach. Is he great? No. Is he good? Yes. And we'll see. We'll see.
They are a 6 seed at best, and a
Play
play-in
in.
most likely.
Play in. I think they'll hit the play in route again next year. Same route. And like you said, at best 6. At best. Like
At
I'm talking
best.
like they went crazy this season at home and all this other shit. So yeah. Yeah. But last NBA topic, and then we're gonna get into some other topics. My dog, top 5 title contenders for the 2023-2024 season. Who you got?
Man, this is so hard with such indecision, but just in general, I'm gonna say Denver
Okay.
because obviously out of respect, and there's no reason to think any different. I'm gonna say Milwaukee and Boston because even they can easily tweak the places they need to go.
Right.
Once I get past them, this is where you got the ifs, but I'll say this. I will go Phoenix because you got a two-headed monster over there and an opportunity to figure it out. And then I wish I could. I ain't gonna say I wish I get 6 because it's like I. Well, if Boston and Miami, I mean, if Boston and Milwaukee do what they need to do, Miami's not gonna do what they need to do. So I'll keep them out, and I'll give Golden State one more run at the dice until you show me different. So I'll say Golden State, Phoenix, Denver, Milwaukee, and Boston.
Okay. That's nice. I mean, you can't argue with none of those, man. Only one I
I
would.
would. And I'll say this. I know you're gonna go ahead, but this suspension is why your guys aren't in there.
Woo, that's my honorable mention right there. It's the Grizz. I just gotta put them in there. But yeah, the suspension is gonna kill us. But however, the reason it's not, and I guess I could say this, and we'll just veer off a little bit, and I'll give my top 5. Is I hope it is this way, but I hope not. You feel me? I hope that Tyus comes in and proves his worth as being the highest paid backup point guard in the league, and he proves his worth as he's always done. He's always led us to victories. He's a dope point. He's a starter in this league. So
Mhm.
hopefully he can lead us and hold us until Ja comes back. Now, the thing is, when that happens, it's always controversy. Should Tyus be starting? Should what I mean? They enter Ja in, but when Ja comes in, you see it. Like Ja's Ja. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, Tyus is Tyus, and I love Tyus. And he's a starter on a lot of hell, I think Tyus is a starter on a championship team. For sure. For sure. If he grows the way he does and leads the Grizzlies, he could go to a championship team and lead them to a playoff, lead them to a chip. But that's neither here nor there. But so I hope that happens. But Ja's job, bro, he's not fucking with him. Ja's on another level than Tyus. It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
But
is
see,
what
the
it is.
problem, to your point, this is the thing. Tyus makes the team go, especially in the regular season.
Yeah.
But when you're in a 7-game series after winning 3 series to get to a championship, we just saw it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
It's like that's why. So if they're good without John, then John comes. That's fine, but it's not going to prepare them for where they need to. Where they also need the Tyus part and the job part to all work for 82 games to beat a
Together.
Denver. So that's why.
I'm with you. No, I'm 1,000% with you on that, bro. But I know Tyus is gonna hold the float, and we're gonna make the
He
playoffs.
definitely will.
Yeah, like so, I'm not worried about us not making the play. We're gonna win our division. I know that's gonna happen. It is what it is. Now, the only threat we have is Dallas, but we'll talk about that on another later date. But anyways, I see, and I'm gonna go 5-1. I see 5 Warriors, 4 Bucks, 3 Nuggets, 2 76ers, 1 Celtics. I think the Celtics finally go over the hump next year, and I think they tweak it just a little bit. And then when you get people on the bench like Sam Cassell and also, oh gosh, I'm throwing a blank. He's an assistant coach from
He was the assistant coach from.
Sam Cassell and someone else they put on the bench.
I know who you're talking about. He just got signed. Shoot.
I can't remember his name now, but neither here nor there. They definitely got better on the bench as far as coaching. You know what I mean? So with that being said, but must said Philly, no Sacramento. Yeah, no, Sacramento's young. They got a long way to go. And plus
Yeah.
they're too small. They're very too small. And I don't trust Malik Monk all the way like that. I like Monk, he's dope, but he's definitely not even a third option on a championship team to me. But anywho, so yeah, man. I mean, the Bucks got a new coach, but Giannis is so great. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, so yeah.
It's Charles Lee. That's who it is.
Charles Lee,
That's
okay, bet. So I mean, they got better on the bench for him, and he's actually getting to pick his actual, assistant coaches and stuff. So I think that the Celtics will get over that hump next year, man. Miami was too small, yeah, but they it was admiration, as everybody keeps saying on Sports Center everywhere, admiration, and I believe in that. Like I believe they just hit lightning in a bottle, and like Cardio said earlier, they had one of, and again, the NBA is all about matchups, and Cardio said it earlier. The Bucks ran into the Heat when it was a difficult matchup, and Giannis was hurt, and Middleton was hurt. Well, not hurt, but he's coming back from an injury. It takes at least a year and a half to come back from that injury. It is what it is.
Yeah, Miami wasn't supposed to beat Milwaukee. Now,
No.
you gave them, like you said, Miami is a puncher's chance. You just can't count on that. Sack as a championship contender, I'm not going to say that. Sack
No.
as a disruptor that could even make maybe the Western Conference Finals the way that Dame did early in his career.
No.
Well,
No.
it depends. Well, my point is that it just like what happened with Dame. Them. Dame them caught the right lane and they snuck the back way in. So
Okay.
I would say Sacramento, if they did that, they could snack their way. I mean, I don't see it happening, but they could sneak maybe they way in. But a top five championship contender, no. Sac was a couple away from winning that round. That don't mean they were going to win the next rounds to get to the championship. No, they're in the middle of the pack. They could be a second rounder. They're in the mix. But we talking about top five contenders. That's not Sacramento.
No, not at all, not at all. But yeah, last topic, man. We've been, everyone around the world's been talking about this last topic, and I'm a Grizzly fan, so of course I'm hearing on locals radio all the time. Excuse me, John Morant. What do you think happens with his suspension?
I think I'm curious about what happened, but this is my thought. I think I agree with what most people say. It lands around 25 games, but I'm curious is if the NBA tries to go for a half the season and the players union fight it back down towards 25 games, or does the NBA go for 25 games? The union fights a little bit and it stands. I'm just curious at where Adam Silver starts in this game negotiation suspension statement.
I'm with you on that. I think he gets 30 to 35 games, bro. I think, like you stated, they go the half route, 40 games. It starts at 40 for sure. And it is what it is. And the only reason it starts at 40 is not just because of, the gun stuff, but also the stuff that they figured out after the fact. And I know about that, and we can talk about it off stream if you like, bro. I know about the after the fact stuff that they're talking about in Atlanta. You feel me? I know what's up with the after the fact things that he's talking, because I ain't gonna, if you watched any of the sports shows here, I talked about it one time on here of what happened in Atlanta. So please rewatch that, but I won't say it now because it's not for me to bring up right now. But anywho, um, I think after they, yo, what's up, Fresh? Did you Chrome Oh my God, not 20 of all time. No, he's top five centers to me, fifth. But anyways, I think that Adam Silver gives him 40, well, wants to give him 40. And like you
Mhm.
stated earlier, sir, they, the players union fights back and blase blase. And I think it's 35, bro. I think it goes
I can see that. About a third, something like
because,
that.
and then also the incident, the gun incident, that's all I'm talking about. The gun incident here, it happened within 70 days. You feel me? Within 70 days, within 2 months, bro. What? So they're gonna have to make an example and show that this isn't tolerated in our league. So I think 30, 35 games, bro, and that sucks. But
That sounds about right. That's why I be, but you never. That's why I say it's interesting to see where they start and then what the union might be able to do, because even as egregious as it is socially. What's up, AL? Salute to the mayor. Um, you know, player NBA player rights still hold a decent weight in the NBA. The union holds a decent weight. And if Silver starts harsh or starts with what everyone thinks, he's kind of did his job in the public persona. Like, hey, I started with a half a season.
facts.
Now, the fact that what the union doesn't make Adam Silver soft, even if they have to come back off that, because players are going to fight for players' rights, their independence, and the fact that he didn't harm nobody, no laws were broken.
Yeah, facts.
So, so it leaves gray area that the NBA could get off the hook. So I could see if they have some compassion to get him back down to 25. But 30, like you said, 30, 35 sounds about right.
Yeah, bro.
So
I mean, they just have to make an example. That's the only thing, and I think that's why it's only gonna, like you said, if it was just the first incident, it was just a gun, then okay, maybe if they gave him 15 to 20 games, I'd be okay with that because you were in a fucking business of play, what I mean, guns and like strip. Come on, bro, you wilding out here. So we gotta make an example out of you then. But the only reason they didn't do that is because of who he is. The
mhm.
only reason, because he got 8. Let's be real. He got 8. So that's closer. You know what I mean? 20. If they gave him 20, I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But
And the organization got ahead of it because the
facts,
organization sat him down.
facts,
So that started it. Like, so I think they did everything right to shield him because of who he is. They sat
exactly.
him down. They got him out the picture. They showed it wasn't going to be tolerated by the organization before the NBA even had to get in. Then the NBA could really just say, okay, you have this under control and roll with it. The second time, now you wilding. Now
Yeah.
we gotta. Now I gotta cut. Now I gotta cut you.
Now I gotta cut you. Facts. I mean, it is what it is, man. But shout out to Ja. He's gonna be back, man. I hope that he finds his way, as in he wakes up, man. Because dog, he could be a billion off of dribbling a fucking orange basketball. Think about that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on a little bit. Just a couple quickies here. Um, as you all probably know, let's see, the game is on right now. Vegas Knights are looking to go up and win the Stanley Cup. Not go up. They're actually at home tonight. Let's see if they're winning. They are up 2-1 right now in the second against the Panthers. I said the Golden Knights would win. I didn't think it'd be a gentleman's sweep, but hey, we're here now. So,
They
boom.
should win because Kachuk didn't play tonight.
Oh wow,
That broke right as you went live.
wow, wow.
So
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
so they should definitely Vegas should definitely close out.
All right, that's what's up. Shout out to Vegas, man. And think about it, it's gonna be a crazy party out there, man. A crazy party, especially when you got little John as your official DJ of the whole thing. I'm just being honest. There's just facts here. He is the official DJ of the Golden Knights. So hey, and then a little bit of baseball. As I always give y'all an update of my favorite team and really favorite teams. I should have went to Dodgers, but the Guardians, everybody knows, Cleveland Guardians. They are 31 and 34. They are a game and a half behind the lead the AL Central. I hope they get that division. We get those home games. Gotta love it. But yeah, the Dodgers, they've been doing their thing. I love me some Mookie Betts. But boom, I definitely this is a topic right here that I'm gonna pour some alcohol with because I think I'm gonna get on my Stephen A. Skip Bayless on this next topic, brother. I'm just being honest here. Uh, PGA, DP World Tour, and Live Golf. Are you a golf fan? I gotta ask you that. I know that's off point, but are you a golf fan?
I watch a little. I mean, but I've been keeping up with the story, so
Okay,
I'm
got
definitely up with that. I mean, we're all golf fans thanks to Tiger, to some
you.
extent.
Facts.
So
Facts.
yeah, I'm not a diehard golf fan, but I'm a novice golf fan. Yeah.
Got you. Yo, the Orioles. I'm sorry. I just had to say that. I'm sorry. Uh, but I'd rather watch paint dry than watch the Royals. Damn, fresh. Damn. Y'all ain't hear shit on baseball. Damn.
Hey, shout out to them Bravos though. Let's go Braves.
Hey, Braves, they doing their thing, man. They doing their thing.
Hmm.
Well, I just want to touch on this subject. Shout out to Annie Kate. You know, she's a definitely a supporter here in the green room, and she was working on this case. She was saying yesterday, and this is the reason why I wanted to talk a little extensively about this because I was wanting to say something, and I think this is the perfect time. So, as we all know, the PGA, DP World Tour, and Live Golf Tour are merging. It hasn't been official, nothing's been signed, but they have agreed to merge. So all of the legal, lawsuits and things have, gone away. Um, I'll say this though, and let's be very clear. The Saudi government, which is, running things, they have the PIF, which is what is this? The private investment fund that owns Live, but they're disbanding Live. They're not gonna, have Live Golf. It's still gonna be, ran majorly. It looks like, from what I did my research, it looks like the business and the running of it here in America will be ran by the higher ups of the PGA, and the commissioner will stay the commissioner of whatever this will be. But the
Hmm.
money side and the business side will be backed by the PIF. You know what I mean? The Saudis, which with anybody with any business, and of course I believe they're front. We're not fronting. You know where I'm coming from. Man, fronting. I'm bullshitting here. Hold on. With them, putting up 60% of the revenue and profit and or money of the golfing, I see it because money talks. But I'll say this. Oh, and also, I don't know if you know this, Cardio. The PIF, they estimated them having $620 billion worth of assets.
Hmm.
620 billion. I don't know, chat. I don't know if y'all heard me here. $620 billion in assets. And so that was a big reason why the PGA couldn't keep going with the lawsuits and the legal fees were getting too much. I understand that because who can compete with $620 billion? But with that being said, I think the golf is in a chokehold that they can't get out of, and they just tapped out and said okay, and now they can breathe, and I don't like that. And reason I'm saying I don't like that is
Wait. What you mean you don't like that?
I don't
You don't
I
like
don't
that
like
they tapped? You don't like that they tapped out?
I don't I don't like that someone, and it's not even about who these people are. I don't like anyone that can come in and try to buy into something, especially as in American sport of golfing, and coming in trying to get in where they fit in and try
Okay.
to push different agendas. Because
Okay.
let's just be clear, they're not just pushing into golf. They're going to try to come for other sports as well. Because with that being said, you can push other agendas when you come into sports. For me, I use sports to get away. I don't care about any other hidden agendas, any all this other stuff. I go to sports to get away. And so with that being said, if that is because let's be honest here. They launched an investigation probe into the merger. What was that yesterday? That was what is this dude's name? Richard Bartholomew, if I believe that's his name. Yeah, Bartholomew, Democrat out of Connecticut, bro. And I'm not trying to get into politics, but I'm just saying, like, with me, the PGA Tour, I get it, but money talks. And also, what I'm gonna say is the PGA is wrong for trying to, you know, punish these guys who took a chance, took a gamble on the live, and now that you tapped out, you're gonna try to, punish me for coming back. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. They shouldn't do that. But I see different things that's happening on both sides. But at the end of the day, when people's making money and everybody's gonna make money all the way around, hey, people's gonna go for it. Cardio.
Yeah, Big Mouse, you're right though. It's like they're hypocrites because the point is you're mad. The reason you don't want to let these guys back in is because they took a bag.
Mm.
But the reason why they're having to kind of come back is because you took a bag and caused the merger.
Facts.
It'd be different if they were just asking to come back and they were both still separate entities and they were just turning around and saying, "Hey, I want to come back to this." No, it's just like with anything. You basically got backed by Amazon. You got backed by big business now. So in that merger, don't be mad at me if I went. Don't be mad at them because they went where the money's at. The thing is, you would have never had this problem if you tried to stand your ground. But now, like you said, but now you're not standing your ground. But now you're gonna try to. You shouldn't try to punish them. You just got to cut a check to the people that stood loyal with you. You just got to make them whole. You ain't got to decrease them. You just got to make Rory whole. Like he said, he's like, look, I took these bullets for all y'all.
Yeah.
So you just got to cut a check for the guys that stood loyal. But I think even with that, those guys, they're going to try to make them quote unquote sweat and say they can't get back in. But at the end of the day, like you said, the money's going to talk. And the same reason why you were mad is because they weren't here. So why would it be smart if you're trying to get your game back, not to bring the guys that's going to help you get your game back?
Exactly. Which, and again, if you would have took that gamble and it didn't work out, then, it is what it is. But nah, bro, you can't do that to those, especially, what is this? I had his name. I keep talking about this college guy, and I took a screenshot of his name because I told myself I was going to
get the one that took 15 mil. The young guy.
Yes, sir. Where is his name at? Oh my shit! Did I not? Oh, I didn't screenshot it. He came out of Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. Hold up. But anyways, yes. So I mean, how can you fault kids like that, bro? I'm 19, and you mean to tell me I did write it down to where you get, what is this? I believe $6 million up front, and then $250,000 per event just for showing up, and then you get bonuses if you win with your team. What do you mean? That's what, like almost at least $9 million a year. That was the least that was paying people cardio. Think about that.
But it's just like even with the NIL, they always trying to maintain the pecking order and the privilege to play. Like with PGA, they could decide who made the money, who didn't.
Yeah, facts.
Like Liv was like, we all can make the money. Y'all just go compete.
Facts.
Y'all can compete for titles, but you ain't got to worry about your check. Over in the PGA, they had to try to limit it because they was trying to keep the money right. When the money is plentiful, y'all just go figure it out.
Yeah.
So for another day though, we'll have to come up August. In August, we'll come back to the NIL and bills and stuff they're trying to do with the money over there. But we'll save that for
another one. We'll come back. But I mean, come on, bro. If you're telling me, because again, I believe the PGA Tour, if you sign with them, you have to play at least, and I could be wrong. Cardio Fresh. I could be wrong. But I believe it's 22, 23 events a year that you have to at least participate in. And I mean, there's more than that, going on. But that's the least. The Live, it was 14 events.
That's what I'm saying. Once again, always trying to have these unnecessary expectations so that they can make it go like they want. Live is like, come if you want. If you don't, that's fine. But if you come, we got a bag for you. So guess what? If you got a bag for me, I'm coming. Every event.
Everyone. So I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. Shout out to all those golfers that took that leap of faith that, they knew they wasn't getting paid. I mean, only thing is I do agree that, Phil Mickelson is about to be looked at this martyr when, come on now, Phil. We won't get into that. Like you said, we'll get into that at a later date. We won't talk about Phil right now. I know. That's that guy right there. Um. Oh, and this just off the top of my head. So this weekend I watched a lot of WNBA, man. I don't know if y'all are into it, and it's just off the top of my head. Two jerseys got retired. All WNBA teams were in action this weekend, by the way. Two jerseys got retired in the WNBA. One was Sylvia Fowles up there with the Minnesota Lynx. The second
Mm-hmm.
one was Sue Bird with the Seattle
Mm-hmm.
Storm. Um, Cardio, just give us off the top of your head, man. Those two women right there in basketball, I know you've definitely seen them play. What do you think about their legacies? And I got a second question after this with Sue Bird. After you give me that about Megan
Okay.
Rapinoe.
Well, I'll start with Sylvia Fowles then, and I'm glad she's getting her flowers. Um, Long story short, she was a dog. You want to talk about hoopers that had that dog? Like she was a KG esque type of hooper.
Facts,
So
facts,
I'm glad she got her flowers. Well
facts.
deserved.
Well
Like
deserved.
she was a hooper, man. She ain't shy away from competition, contact. Yeah, I liked her a lot. Like I said, I think again, KG is kind of a similar comp to her to what I would think about that mentality.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Sue, I mean, what bad can you say about Sue Bird, man?
Oh, I'm gonna get there. Anyways.
Okay. Oh, now her. Well, no, I'm just gonna cut right to you because I want to hear what you got to say about her game.
All right, so boom. It ain't even about her, but boom, we'll go with Sylvia Fowles first. Her LSU career, that's enough said. She got to the Lynx. I think they won what, two championships up there while she was there, with her, Simone Augustus, and Lindsay Whalen.
Because I think yeah,
You
she
know,
was late. So she, I think yeah, so she won two. Yeah, they got two. I think.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So I believe it was two. So Sylvia Fowles, and I never thought about having the Kevin Durant comparison because that's so.
No, KG,
Oh, KG, I'm
KG,
sorry. KG, I'm sorry.
KG.
KG,
Yeah.
yeah. The long four and just doing her thing. You're absolutely right on that. That's the very, very good male comparison. Now, to move on to Sue Bird, I don't want to talk about her game in a negative way. Her game, what she stood for and bringing, the positivity and also the women's game to the forefront through the Olympics and also being one of the best women's basketball players in the WNBA and dare I say pioneer of the WNBA. Okay, cool. I'm with that. Now, what I do have a problem with is her wife. It's not a girlfriend. I believe her wife, Megan Rapinoe, saying she has the best sports career ever of anybody and any woman. No, because first and foremost, to me, Brianna Stewart is the goat. We can go. Cynthia. What's her name? Oh gosh, from the
Cooper,
Comets that won four straight.
Cooper,
Yeah,
Cooper.
Cynthia Cooper. Yeah, we can go Cynthia Cooper. We can go. Hell, Diana Taurasi to me was a better player than Super. But again, I get what Sue represented and everything. But
But you got it. But you got it. You have to know what she said is that not that she's the best player of all time. She said that she had the
what's career?
best career. So
A
you
sports
can't.
career?
I'm not.
No,
So I think I
no,
know. So I'm not. I'm not saying that I agree, but you can't say that she's not in that discussion because if they're talking
no.
about
She's not.
college and pro, like
She's
I mean,
not.
how she's one, bro. She's
She's not.
one. She's won enough to be in the discussion. I ain't
She's
say that she's
not.
no. Well, she shouldn't win the discussion. But what I think you're talking about as good of a player, and she is good. There's a lot of WNBA players I think that are better than Sue Bird.
Okay.
So if you from that standpoint, absolutely. But she's had a lot of winning. So I can't say that the statement of saying that her career on paper, how it's the perception it's still a rock throw. But on paper you can do it. In reality, no, she ain't better than Swoop. She ain't better than Coop. She ain't better than Tarasi. She ain't better than my girl that played at the Lynx with Fouls that retired to do the criminal stuff. I can't think. I'm drawing another blank of UConn. My
Oh
girl,
gosh, Maya Moore.
Maya Moore. She ain't better than Maya Moore. She ain't better. I could go on for forever. And guess what? And old girl that's playing with Stewie, I can't say her
Vanessa
name.
Stoops,
Dark. Oh, yeah, yeah. She gonna make Bird look average too by the time she's done. But
fact.
so
But
so
hold on.
that,
Notice what both of them have in comparison. They both play with the GOAT.
mm,
They both playing with Stewie. I'm telling you, Breonna Stewart's the GOAT of women basketball. We'll move on from that. I know chat and people's watching this like they're talking about women's basketball. What the hell? But I had to bring that up because I mean, regardless, all jokes aside, all things aside, that's dope as hell to have your jersey retired in an arena and things of that nature with any franchise of any sports of any professional. So this swig is for y'all. Shout out to Sue Bird. Shout out to Sylvia Fowles. Ladies, to my captain, both of y'all. Seriously. Cheers.
write some notes. So we got to put that on some notes. We'll come back to that another. You know this ain't the last time on here anyway. So
Oh, for sure,
we'll
for sure. My first,
yeah, put that.
like I said earlier, my first call for fill-ins will definitely be cardio Cous. If anybody drops something like, look, cardio, what you got going on, brother? For sure.
Even if it's a pop-up topic, we might that like I said, put that in the notes. We'll do some comparison there down the line because Stewie being the GOAT, I want to talk about that.
What? No, we can talk about that now.
No, 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 because I need some time. I,
Oh, I also
I
because
need
I
some
know
time.
about Stewie. I got her
I,
stats right here.
I
Trust me.
need I need some time. But for you to outright GOAT her and not just say she's in the GOAT conversation,
No,
we'll save
it's
that for
outright
another segment.
go. Outright
We'll,
go
we'll
already.
save we'll save it. Put it in the notes for somewhere.
Ooh, I'm ready for that one. Hold on.
Y'all come back for that one.
Stewie, goat, and then I'm gonna put a question mark and I'm gonna put cardio. Dot 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 dot. That's why I just literally I put Stewie goat and a question mark and cardio kaya. Yeah, because we gonna come at it because boy oh boy, she is the goat. Hey, it is what it is. So boom, we're gonna move on a little bit as we always talk about each and every week here. Shout out to each and every one of y'all here. Shout out my mods in the building. Thank y'all so much for sticking in here with me. I really appreciate all y'all, man. I'm trying to grow this show. I mean, everything has to start, and I love nights like this, like cardio's here. We've had some good shows, like the last one with Dino. We, had my dog Adam AB in here. Like it's been some dope people who know their sports in here. So man, thank y'all so much, and especially if you're watching a replay right now, thank you so much for clicking on that and sticking with us. We're almost at the 2 hour mark. I'm trying to make it to the 2 hour mark. I got 20, well not 20, I got like 12 minutes. So I'm trying to get there. If you watch the replay, stick with me. But this next subject, man, I like to talk some boxing. I love me some boxing, man. I'm a rejuvenated boxing fan. This last Saturday, I watched the Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor fight while I was in AO2 Fresh's room. He was the music, and I had to fight on mute, no doubt. My dog, shout out Fresh, make sure you follow AO2 Fresh. So Teofimo to me won that fight. He won by unanimous decision. He what is this? Won the WBO and the Leo Junior welterweight belts. Did you get a chance to watch the highlights of the fight at all or anything?
I saw the highlights, but they were. I mean, it kind of is what it is. Based on that. I mean, I guess give it to them unanimous, but I mean they did, so I'm good with it.
Well, I'll say this: I watched the whole fight, and the first, and I mean, I was in Fresh's, channel saying this. I was like, the first 5, 6 rounds, Josh was going crazy, and maybe Lopez had one round from the first 6 or 7 rounds. But after round 9, it was clear. It was clear. Lopez just started working him. He was, showboating. Like he knew he had him. He hit him back with that jab, almost knocked him down. It was, Josh Gibbs got outboxed. He wasn't used to that hand speed. And Lopez is a beast. Lopez is a beast. I mean, he's, one of, I believe, one of, or if not the only, what was it, 2-time welterweight undisputed champion to get all the belts at welterweight and light welterweight. So I mean, my dog's doing his thing, and he it was almost time for him to retire, which we're gonna get to that as well. He announced after the fight that not after the fight, the next day on Max's Boxing, he announced his retirement. I'm okay with that. He almost died during the Camposis fight, and that's just facts. And so, he had a nice career, 19-1, 13 knockouts, two division, undisputed champion. Come on now. I mean, that's a pretty decent career, not Hall of Fame, but that's cool. Money, and if you got a plan, like he says, what he's gonna do afterwards of boxing and stuff like that, help the young boxers maybe, become, a promoter and stuff. Do your thing. But I'll look at his legacy as being one that was decent. Not many fights, 19-1, like I said, but decent. He was cool. And like I said, he did a lot in a short period of time.
So my question to you is, man, the rumor wheel says obviously it makes sense to go now. Good record, you won, you can walk away now. But they say that he want more money per fight if he's gonna keep trying to do this. So this is also kind of a play of if I don't think you're gonna pay me like I should, I'm just gonna stop. And then you kind of just sit there and hold your arm and say, well, what you want to do? Do you think it's a money? Do you think the rumor of the money play is as strong of a factor or not? What percentage would you give the money play in his retirement?
A lot, because he didn't make a lot. I mean, being 19-1, let's just be real here. He only had what, maybe four mega fights that probably made him over $1 million. You know what I mean? And then all those other fights were just build up fights that, yeah, you probably make, 200,000, 300, you know what I mean? A little bit here and there, but you're going to spend that money. Let's just be real here. That ain't, a lot of money after taxes and such. So I think, yeah, I could see that could be a ploy for it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Do you think he will get a bag sometime down in the future based on that?
It depends. If he hit the retirement road, he does the promoter thing. He shows love to a lot of young fighters. And then 3 years from now, if he comes back, yeah, somebody will give him a bag, but it won't be as big as if he just kept going.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, but I see why he is retired. He almost died, bro. Like,
Oh, I
literally.
mean, I hear you.
So can't those body shots, like Josh wasn't hitting him in the body. If that was my fighter, I would have told him go for them body shots, because Camposis, that's how he got him, was body shots, and that's how he almost died, was fucking body shots. So
Mhm.
I would have been going for that body, but like I said, the hand speed was too crazy, and Josh was too worried about defense. And I understand now. I mean, niggas, he was hitting you in the head, bro. Come on.
Right. I don't want to get knocked out either.
Facts. So I get it, but yeah. He's Lopez is retiring. He definitely is.
Mhm.
He's retiring for sure. But again, I get it. I get it, and I understand it. I mean, if I was him, he basically went out on top. To him, as far as like he ain't undisputed, but he was the underdog, and he beat a fighter that all these people was trying to anoint to that next level, and Josh wasn't ready.
And another reason I think it's good because, like I said, he could possibly make more money, keep going, but he also could diminish at this stopping point. And if you're willing to truly at least act like you want to walk away, what'll happen is, in order to get, he'll be used for somebody else's building block, and then the fact that he's retired and you have to pull him back in, I think is going to get him a bag. Because someone's going to say, "Man, I don't even think that you could be Lopez." And especially if that up and comer,
Mm,
like if the right
exhibition.
up and I'm just saying, like if the right up and comer actually has they have the buzz, so the money is already going to be up, and then his name gets thrown in the mix by default. I think he could cash in even off of default just because he was willing to stay away. And then that curiosity justifies his money. If the young guy got a buzz and we're looking for the right fight, and maybe he can't get to the right person he wants to get to because whatever, it could be a win-win, and then he might actually get a bag that he deserves.
I don't know. Maybe he does an exhibition with Floyd or something. I don't fucking know, but I don't think that he's gonna get back in there afterwards. And I really do believe it's about his kids and his health, man. So I don't think he gets in there professionally again. Um,
Make
speaking
me
of
an offer.
Floyd, oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, make me an offer. That's what you say at that point. When you don't really think so, and you show the demeanor that I'm not really planning on it, you know what happens? People open up their checkbook because then what happens? We always want to see who can be sold. Everybody got a number,
Facts.
so that might work out this in his favor.
Facts. No, I'm with you. I'm not sure how Lopez, how old he is. If I take a
25.
guess,
It
he's
was
25.
25. Mm-hmm.
I knew he was really young and short career, so yeah, I wasn't really for sure. But damn, 25, and oof, but again, all signs point to bro, them body, and I don't know why Josh's team didn't go for the body, but hey, I get he was protecting himself and trying not to get knocked out, for sure, for sure. But yeah, and of course we're gonna talk about the biggest fight of the year for sure. The one of the biggest fights in the past years is gonna happen in a couple weeks. Honestly, in July. We got Terrence Bud Crawford against Earl Spence Jr. Did we talk about this last time you were on, or was it not on then?
You know what's funny? We didn't know this was gonna be a fight. We were just talking about the great fighters currently,
Wow.
and
So it wasn't
so
even on then when we
it
was
wasn't
talking
on
about.
yet. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I love it then. So what do you think, brother man, since you heard that they were gonna fight?
Uh,
Oh my god. What do you mean by uh
One time for the OG. Let's go. Let's go, TC.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a fish fry around here, brother. It's a fish fry. I'm with you, man. Yo, Amon, what's up? What's up? Good to see you,
I thought
Amon.
Spence
Come,
was. I
Amon.
thought Spence was your guy.
No, no,
No,
no. Shakur Stevenson is my guy, and
Shakur's
by
your guy.
default,
Okay.
by them being in the same camp essentially, and big brother, little brother. Bud is him. Bud is him, man. Looks spooky. No, it's background. You know, if you know where that is in Atlanta, you know what's up.
Right.
You know what's up. Yo, that's a famous background from Atlanta, Georgia, man. No cap. Like I've seen so many videos. Hell, I've been there myself, walking around and taking photos there for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Don't let it fool you. This
nah,
graffiti is
right? Don't let
surrounded. This graffiti is surrounded by suburbia.
facts, big facts. All you gotta
You can
do
walk
is
down
go.
that hall and then go get some wine, or go the other way and go get you a bagel.
God dang, you by Cabbage Town, Edgewood. You
You can go to the Krog Street Market
Frog
and
Street.
have you some good food. Like, yeah, don't. I know mine. It looks spooky. It ain't.
Yeah, it ain't. No, it ain't. It is not at all. But yeah, yeah. But yeah. Back to Bud and Earl, man. Bud. If you look at the fights, not just being, um, in the camps and stuff. You just look at the fights, man. I think Bud. First and foremost, Bud is the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. He's going to have to prove it now. Like for real,
Mhm.
this is the prove it now. Because Spence, they got him at 6. So this is the time to prove it. And I think Bud will prove it because I think he's more technically sound. I think it will go to distance. And I think by decision, split decision, that is, because Earl's gonna give him that. Don't get it twisted either. Earl's gonna give him that. This is gonna be the hardest fight Crawford's ever been in. Period. So it's gonna be really good. I think, like I said, I think Bud takes it by split decision. And I'm definitely putting some money on that. I'm gonna put it on stoppage as well, just in case, but I doubt it.
Mm.
I doubt it. But yeah, we'll see, man. I can't wait, bro. Because, dude, Bud, it's his footwork. He's just technically sound, and finally he can get those belts.
Mhm.
Finally, because that's the only thing's been holding him from getting the belts is the promotions. And these
Mhm.
motherfuckers, and yes, Earl got hurt. God bless him and stuff. Like he came back, but man, Bud would have been had them belts, bro.
Looking forward to it though.
I can't wait.
Looking forward to it.
I can't wait. It's to me, uh, this fight right here. This is one of the best fights. Yeah, it's gonna be in a while, and I'm putting money on that, like for real, because boy, oh boy, these are two fighters that truly styles make fights, right? Am I wrong, Cardio? Styles make fights,
No,
and both
Styles make fight.
styles, whew, yeah, they complement each other. That's all I gotta say. But and I wish they would talk more trash though. That's the only thing I wish. But I get it. They're not like that. That ain't them. That's not their stage. You feel me? Neither one of them
Mhm.
is a trash talk. Unless hold on, I don't know if you've seen the $1 million worth of game with Terrence Crawford.
No, I haven't. I
Oh
have to
man,
go pull it up though now.
bruh, they call. Hold on, and shout out to the youngin. Shout out to the youngin. What is his name? Boots. They call Boots. I forget his.
Mhm.
I forget his real name, but yeah, they call Boots. He's from Philly. Gilly's tight with him. They call his daddy first, which is his trainer's promoter and all that. They talking
Mhm.
this crazy. Well, he wasn't talking crazy. He was just talking to Bud and stuff, nice and stuff. Well, then Boots come in for yeah. Boots is a beast. I'm with you, Muss. He's coming. He's a youngin though. He got some years to go. But then Boots finally calls him back, and him and Terrence start going crazy. And then he's like, "Really, bro?" They're like, "All right, you young. It's cool, young." And I'm like, "Boosh, you need to chill, bro. You talking too much shit now. Talking about I'm with this and that." And like, nah, bro, you're not ready to see Crawford right now. Because I think what Crawford's gonna do, bro, I think he's gonna get the trilogy with Earl. Because I think Earl gets a draw with him in this thing on the second fight, so they can make some money. And they do the third fight, and Terrence beats him again, whatever. And then he goes and gets Charlo. Yo, I didn't see Synth in here. What's up, Synth? What's up, Synth? I didn't even see him in here, man. Oh, good, good. I got you. I got you. Make sure you follow Synth Hurley. My fault. My fault. I didn't see my dog in here. And then I think he goes up and gets Charlo. Beats
Mhm.
him. And then he comes back and gets Boots. And then he calls it a night. I think that's trajectory. And that's
That's
like,
what you kind of plant the seed. That's where Boots right now plant the seed. Yep,
yeah.
that could
So
work.
I mean but again, that's like 6, 7 years from now. But I see Bud as him. But then he won't be the best in the world. That'll be Shakur Stevenson by then. Hey, I'm riding with my boy. Look, I got this last little liquor here, and we're out of here, brother, man. But Shakur's him, bro. Devin don't want to see him. Tank don't want to see him. I'm just being honest here, bro. He's him. He's him. None of them want to see him, bro. What's the other dude? Camposis don't want to see him. Ryan Garcia don't want to see him. And they had the fucking nerve to say Adrian Broner.
What?
Exactly. Adrian Broner ain't ready for nobody out here. And I hate that boxing's like that now. He had one fight that he beat somebody that was, I think he's ranked in the whole world in that division like 76 or some shit. Like, how is Broner still? I think Broner's like 40 something. How is he still even ranked that high? And then you beat this bum. And then they're like, well, it's title fight time. What?
That's good promoter. Good promotion.
I'm with you.
That good.
Don King is
Somebody talking. Somebody talking that talk.
Don King.
Well, there you go.
Look, it's AB talking it and Don King stamping it, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's some bullshit. Because it's AB and Don King, bro. Come on.
Only in America, bro. Only in America. You know the vibes.
Oh man, but this one's last one. It's for AB. He won convincingly, and hey, I'm all for any brother man getting his money, but you don't want them problems with none of these fighters, especially Ryan. I think Ryan would even beat him. Or hold on, they were talking about Rolly. I think Rolly would even beat him right now. So no, they need to cut it. They need to cut it. Don King, I get it. You got the power, and he gonna make it happen. No, Don King gonna make it happen, bro. Please believe
Oh,
it. I'm with you,
absolutely.
Yeah, Don King gonna make it happen. But no, brother, man, no. Rolly soft. He came from the jujitsu, MMA background, but I don't think he's soft, bro. To be where he's at and get in there with the ring with them niggas, he ain't soft. No, he just ain't skilled enough. He don't have enough fights. They put him against Tank when he only had 11 fights. What do you expect he's gonna do? All right. Anyways, yeah. Memphis is soft. Look here, man.
Uh-oh.
Look here. We have the strongest player in the NBA on our team. How are we soft? You heard. Look here. All I gotta do is go watch Podcast P. with Jaren Jackson. And this is off the top of my head, cardio. Yo, make sure you follow Sean Hemp. Make sure you follow my dog. What's up, Sean? Off the top of my head, man, before we go, do you believe Jerry West when he says Kobe Bryant came to him and said he would like to come play in Memphis?
Yeah, because Kobe was on one at that point.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it was like, it's just like he thought about going to
Chicago.
Like, I think Kobe floated all of them. And I mean, because he would trust that Jerry would build around him what he wanted. Um, he really didn't want to leave LA. He was just lashing out with everything. So
Facts.
that's why, I mean, if he really wanted to happen, listen, Kobe makes whatever he wants really happen. But he's willing to bargain and be like, shoot, if y'all don't want me, I'll go to Memphis. And if you say, especially with Jerry West, it makes it believable.
Facts. No, I'm with you.
So,
Facts. And like he said, he was, staying with Kobe, or Kobe was staying with him and all that nature. He was, I didn't know this after watching the interview. He was living in Memphis for a little bit with Jerry West. That's crazy to think about. That's insane. Because again, we all know Kobe's a gym rat. He's going to get his shots up. So think about Kobe Bryant just being in Memphis at these high schools or these gyms or anything. That's crazy to me. And again, yeah. But anyways, when I seen that, I was like, "Are you serious?" But it's believable that he would say something like that to Jerry. And if Jerry, like he said in the interview, he told him no, hell no, like no, you're not gonna play for me or Memphis. But I believe if Jerry would have gave him the okay, like really, Kobe, is this something you want to do? And he pushed it a little bit, it would have happened.
Yeah,
it would have happened, and they would have built around Kobe, and I would have lost my shit. It would have been, but hold on. Also, it would have been Powell and Kobe earlier, just in Memphis, not LA. Think about that too. A young Powell at that.
Good point.
So, but again, if was a fifth out here, if was that's the only thing I didn't like about that. But also, Kobe in the building. Make sure you follow my dog DJ Kobe. What's happening?
What up, Kobe?
One thing that it did validate that I've been saying, and I will continue to say, Jerry West kind of touched on it, but you could tell he don't like talking about Kobe in the past tense, like this. Paul or Mark, I will talk about that.
They were the Powell years. He was saying it was Kobe when Kobe came. Was that when Powell or Mark was there? This is still Powell's team.
Oh, Powell, yeah, Powell years, yeah, definitely Powell years. Mark was fucking in middle school. For sure, he was in middle school in Memphis. He probably knew Kobe and probably met him and probably played with all that. But yeah, middle school for sure. But what he also touched on was how Kobe was getting involved into women's basketball a little bit, and how he said a little bit about it's unfortunate basically how his passing happened, and he was gonna coach a lot of women. He really thought he was, and I say this all the time. With Kobe Bryant passing, it set women's basketball back 10 years. Because I do believe, just like how Jerry West said it, he was going to be a coach in WNBA, bro. If his daughter was going to make it, both his daughters were going to make it to the WNBA. That wasn't even a question. But if they would have made it, he was going to coach them. He was already doing it and, doing his thing, going to WNBA games. More players was, in the WNBA because they seen Kobe. I remember people were wearing their jerseys and the hoodies and stuff to games. I ain't never seen that. Until Kobe got involved. So Jerry West kind of touched on that and said a little bit about that, maybe for literally about 10, 15 seconds. So I believe that as well. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that, brother? Do you think Kobe would have done that if he was still living and brought the WNBA game even more to the forefront than what it is now?
Absolutely, because the residue is on it still now, even from them being there, and just even how they do a lot of dedication to Gigi and everything there. So I think he's a forever ambassador of women's basketball, even in his passing. I'll take it a step further. Kobe would have either coached, but maybe not coached. He would have owned.
Ooh, think he would have owned a WNBA team
if he didn't feel like he wanted to continue to coach at that level or whatever. Like, he coached them young. he liked at that point, but maybe he didn't want to. He decided not to do it because he wasn't coaching in college, so maybe he would step away from that side. So on the business side and with the WNBA, it would only make sense for them to be an owner. I think he would have, to your point, the WNBA would have been Kobe would have influenced it, and then there would have been so much male support from NBA players led by Kobe that it would have the women's game would have an ambassador per city at a high level just because Kobe.
I agree.
I think it's decent now. Like Steph might come around and CP3 kind of does his thing and they kind of come around, but I think Kobe would have Kobe would have made it common that when you're done, you go take care of them ladies over there. And I think everybody would have embraced their local ladies team at a high level like Kobe.
I'm with you, and I agree 100,000% what you just said, brother. 100,000 because I mean he was already doing it. I mean it was already there, and and like I said, after hearing Jerry say that, and not saying Jerry West is just NLL, but hearing somebody that was close to him and seeing where he was going with his life that really knew him. Oh yeah. Okay, all right. I'm not crazy.
Mhm.
I'm not crazy, cardio. I've seen it too. But yeah, man. I think that's it, brother. You got anything you want to talk? Anything random or anything off the top of your head you want to talk? I had my Titans talk earlier. You dig? Shout out Hopkins. I hope you stay here, man. I know you're going to visit New England and stuff. They can't look. They're not winning like us. We have a winnable division, Hopkins. Look. This is my pitch. Hopkins, we have a winnable division. If you come here with Ryan Tannehill, when he has weapons, he will make sure you get the ball. Yes, Derrick Henry is running, and we have King Henry. But that play action pass, brother, you are a beast on that. And then also, our offensive coordinator will get you the ball. Trust. He's coming to
And
the Chiefs.
I mean, Tannehill has never been shy about throwing the ball. He is a gunslinger. I agree with you on that. So
No. Must you did not talk too much. You talk, talk all you want, especially during the
yeah,
sport.
shout out Big Mus, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
shout out Muss.
appreciate
He's
you,
been in
man.
here vibing with us, man. He's been in here vibing with us. So shout out Muss. He's coming to Chiefs. Yo, fresh. I I think Hopkins that he still needs the bag. He wants the bag right now. And if he was coming to the Chiefs, I mean, yeah, it might be a ploy, um, you know, for bidding wars stuff like that. But the Chiefs ain't gonna give him the bag like we can. And I think the Titans, as they always do, will overpay.
He
So
can go to the Chiefs after he get this bag and gets frustrated, and then go play to win on a cheaper thing. But yeah, he had lost a lot of money over his dietary supplements and injuries. So yeah, it's time to re up our money game.
1 year, win a ring, get paid. Look here. All right, fresh.
No,
No,
get
no, no.
paid. First, you get paid out of the desperation.
This
Then
ain't
you get
Juju. Look
frustrated.
here. He's thinking about Juju. And Juju, he bet on himself and lost. And then he went to the Chiefs and bet on himself and won. So we ain't talking about Juju around here. This is DeAndre Hopkins, bro. And
Right.
on top of it all, he knows he can make the money. He knows. He knows he can get the money. So no, this ain't Juju, fresh. This ain't
Yeah,
Juju.
yeah. His talent ain't up for question.
Exactly. At all. At all. At all. So with that being said, sir, um, yeah, man, I hope he comes and he's getting this year for I'm sorry, he's not gonna play with a subpar quarterback. For money? Look, fresh. What would you hold on. Just be honest. This is what they're reporting, and this is local radio. This is what they're reportedly gonna give him. 3 years. Okay? What do you mean he's done that? Wait. 3 years, okay. At least what was I think they said 17.5 a year. And that puts him in the middle pack of, highest paid per year. And then the guaranteed money was gonna be ridiculous with bonuses. Come on now. Who's gonna pay him that? Who's gonna pay him that? Think about this. Who can pay him that?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
also, hold on. We're a winning culture over the Patriots. The Patriots have not won anything in the past. Well, since Brady's been there, get the fuck out of here. They've had 2 out of 3 past seasons. They've had a losing season. What do you mean nobody? We're gonna pay him that because we're the Titans and we're gonna overpay because we should have paid AJ Brown 20 million a year, 25 million, but we didn't. So we gonna give DeAndre 17.5. We good. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. We will give him that. And he's worth it. He's worth it. 17.5, he's worth that. No Jeezy. No Jeezy. 17.5.
Mr. 17-5. Let go.
Yeah, that's gonna be his new nickname. Look, if he comes to the Titans for 17.5, that's gonna be his nickname here. I promise you. And Starlito's gonna rap about it. That's a lot to take second or third in the division. Are you serious? Really? Look, I'm tired. Look, all right. I know I've been going on a little bit of a rant, cardio. I'm gonna get up out of here out of this. After this, I'm up out of here. The Jaguars got to show me again. I don't care. I don't care about no Trevor Lawrence. Yes, they got Calvin Ridley betting ass, but he ain't leave because of betting. This is all the anyways. They got better. I agree, but we will be better as well. Our corners will be better. We our injury bug. We're not hard as we're getting. Look, all right, I'm out of here. Yo, my blood pressure's going up. My blood pressure's going up. I can't
Yep.
do it.
AO's did his job.
I
Got your
can't.
blood pressure up.
I can't do this right now. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I just and then they're talking about Will Levis though. Cardio. Come on now. That's what I'm really salty about. But anyways, who should we raid, brother man? It's up to you. If you like to choose somebody to raid.
Let's see who was on. That is a
The
million
best
dollar.
QB wins the division right now. You're sitting fourth. The fourth best. Wow. So you're telling me CJ Stroud and what's the and Richardson is better than Tannehill? Wow.
Let's see.
Yeah, please get me off of this show, cardio, because this is I don't even know what's going on. Fresh is in here wilding. I gotta drink a little bit more just before we go because of Fresh. See what he does? Fresh does this on purpose, cardio. He knows how to get under my skin and just
He's doing his job, man. It's the off season, man.
Ooh.
Man, this is mandatory camp. He's getting his reps up right now.
Mm.
AO has
Look,
reported
he
to
better
camp.
be glad he's got Mahomes. You know, he talks his shit because he knows his team has Mahomes. And yes, we all know who Patrick Mahomes is and what he got going on. So that's you know what? That's like when peak LeBron in Miami. People was just talking shit because they know they had LeBron, peak Bree. He knows. He knows. He knows. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Nice emote, AO.
No,
You
that ain't
know
a
it.
nice emote. Do not give him that. The
I
fuck?
made that. I made that emote for him, man.
That's cool. Shout out to you. But no. I would have told him no. I'd
Hey,
have been like,
hey.
Chiefs?
I
No.
mean, listen, they won, man. You got it. I mean, you know, come August, clean slate. We'll see what happens. But until then, it's his time to shine. It's the Joker's time to shine. It is what it is.
I mean, it's facts. I mean, you're spitting facts, but at the same time,
As you say. Anywho,
yeah.
uh, we can hit
Anywho,
that. We
Patrick
can hit that.
Mahomes. Look here, man. He's Patrick Mahomes is him, but Tannehill is a good quarterback when he has weapons, and I will stand by Tannehill. Even though this is his last year in Tennessee, we're not going to pay him, and you know it is what it is. So this one right here is for Tannehill, even though he's and this is a fun fact, money green fact. Big reason I became a Titans fan is because of Ryan Tannehill. And it ain't because of his play on the field. It's because when everything was happening with Trayvon Martin,
420 in the
George Floyd,
playground.
all that, and I hate to bring that up, but I'm gonna say this and just be real. He was one of, maybe two, him, Aaron Rodgers, white quarterbacks that spoke up in the NFL about what was going on with the injustice of African Americans in this city. So when I seen that with Ryan Tannehill right here in my own backyard in Nashville, yes, sir. I'm with you, Tannehill. So I was already leaning on fence. I didn't have a team anyway because the Rams moved to LA. So I was like, all right, bet. He's standing on business and he's standing on what he believes in, even after they attacked him on Instagram, Twitter, all social medias, and his wife, and here in the city that attacked him. And he still stood on business. I'm with that. Cheers to that guy. And he led, the everything that they did social media wise, he was the one talking. So yes. Boom.
Cheers to him. Good luck this season. You're gonna need it.
Yeah. Look here, we all can't have Patrick Mahomes. Look, ain't you in Atlanta? Ain't you in the A?
Yeah, which means
you with the
I have
Falcons?
no.
Desmond
I have
Ritter.
no say. I have no say in this. Let's keep it to let's keep it where it's at.
He said, "Let's keep where it's at."
Let's just keep it where it's at.
No, you did tell me though. Hold on, I'll give cardio. He did say this. He Atlanta. He keeps up with obviously, but you said your other team was the Eagles.
Eagles. Yeah, I've been an Eagles fan forever. I'm still rocking with Hurts.
Okay. Hey.
But I can't claim them on the level where you guys are at. So I just sit back.
Okay. Must it was deep because that to me, you have to have a reason to be a fan. Like I'm a Dodgers fan because of Mookie. I have to have reasons. I'm a Guardians fan because of my grandfather. Look here. I mean my great grandfather. Look here. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan now.
I know. You introduced that to the sports world when I was here the first time.
Yes, sir. And did you see that last, or you didn't see the highlights? It's cool. I mean, they got beat, but it's cool. You didn't see the highlights, but yeah, shout out to all my Dodgers fans out there. I can't wait to go to LA and rep for them Dodgers. You feel me? Yes, sir. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. I'm a Guardians fan at heart. That's my AL team. But my NL team with Mookie Betts, and if he leaves them, I'd probably still be a Dodgers fan. Anyways, yo, who do you want to raid, brother? I know we got off track again, man.
Let's go to Tantrum, man. We keep it simple.
That's my dog.
You got the late night happy hour.
Yeah, man. Make sure you show my dog some love, man.
Appreciate all those in the chat, Money Green. I appreciate you, my Monday brother.
Bro,
never miss a Monday. You know where we at.
Never miss a Monday. You know the vibes. That's my dog. Yo, shout out to Tantrum. Yo, drop my emotes. Drop those Tantrum emotes. Yes, I'm a Guardians fan. Must. You know the vibes. But yeah, thank you, brother, man, for doing this. Yeah, man. I gotta have you on again. You already know. Bro. Like for real. I really appreciate you. Yeah, show my dog Tantrum some love. Drop my emotes, drop Tantrums emotes. Please copy and paste the images. Shout out my mods in the building. Amon, I see you fresh. What's happening? Make sure you give him a follow. Let me do this. Thank you all for watching. Definitely got to put that in the chat.
Appreciate it, AO. Big must.
Go Orioles. We have an Orioles fan here, bro.
We're just going to leave that where it's at.
Oh, on that note, I'm going to holler at y'all. Oh, Lord. Orioles fan? Sheesh.